Recording
Do we
in
win? Is it time to
progress.
roll credits and start collecting our trophies?
It
Yeah.
is, yeah. So you have won Dungeons and Dragons. Gary
I knew it
Gygax
was
is going to reach
possible.
out to you from beyond the grave as a revenant, and
Yep.
congratulate you and provide you with a trophy in the shape of a D20.
That's
I'm
right.
Perfect.
just speaking of Gary Gygax. I have been reading. Have you guys ever read Game Wizards: The History of TSR?
I read part of it a long time ago. It was like basically him. Yeah. I read. I guess maybe what I read. I don't know if I read that one. I read the one that was like basically him after he was booted out of his company and he still lived within like visible eyesight of TSR.
Yeah,
But like he lives in a he lived his house is in the shadow of his company he built.
I'm still in the. I've been reading Game Wizards, and I'm still in the fairly early portions, probably only about a third of the way in, and so they're still talking about and they're still in the 70s, and they're talking about the bifurcation between Arneson and Gygax and what happened, the disagreements that they had.
Split.
Uh, and what I didn't know was that when Arneson split from TSR, there was two contingents. There was like the Lake Geneva guys, which was Gygax and Brian Bloom and Tim Kask and those guys. And then there was the Twin Cities, Minnesota guys, which was Arneson and Dave McGarry and a couple of other guys. And when all this went down, it wasn't just between Gygax and Arneson. It was basically between Twin Cities and Lake Geneva. And everybody just sort of went and split the company. It almost put TSR out of business because it was like half the company left in one day to follow Arneson back to the Twin Cities. And Arneson, vindictive fella that he was, started really sort of taking the fight to TSR, and it's amazing how petty and childish that they were at the time. So it's I guess when you deal with humans, it is great book though. I recommend it if you haven't read it. Game Wizards, and I think the author's name is Peterson. Um, but it's a really detailed discussion of how TSR started and how it ended in many ways. So.
The what I take away from that is this is basically how every religion splits into other religions, right?
Right?
Mhm.
Like, yeah, they were all this, and then they become Lutherans and Methodists and
Yeah.
all these other things.
Well, and it's
Think
all
about 150 years from now. Like D&D will still be around 150 years from now. I have no doubt. And think of all the sub branches of that
right.
family long after we're dead.
Well, the other cautionary tale, and it's an old one, is the idea that sudden money brings out the worst in people. And they really did over the course of like a year and a half. D&D went from something nobody played to something everybody was talking about, and to within the space of like 24 to 36 months. And once that happened, it really sort of brought out the worst, both in Gary Gygax and frankly in Dave Arneson. Dave Arneson is no saint in this story,
Right. Right.
and in fact, if anything, Arneson is probably the more childish of the two, the more selfish of the two. Gary was trying to sort of lay the groundwork for what he saw as being a much larger company. He was protecting the company's interests, and Arneson was like, "I want freedom, but also tons of money. Can I have both of those?" And they were like, "Well, no, not really." And
Hmm.
then he stalked off like a child.
Mhm.
So you got to remember also these guys were very young. Gary Gygax was in his mid 30s, and he was easily the oldest person at TSR by like a decade. So some of these people weren't even out of college when they were doing this stuff. So it's easy to see why there was such these wild swings of emotions. Very
Sudden
interesting.
money
Very
brings out
interesting
the
book.
worst. Sudden money brings out the worst in people. I guess I got nothing to worry about then.
Yeah, me either. I'll stay poor and virtuous. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. But anyway,
Poor and
so
virtuous.
poor and virtuous. That's the way to go in this
That's gonna be my monthly password for June. Poor and virtuous one!
exclamation
Exclamation
point.
point.
Well, so let's talk about this game. So you guys have been chasing demons all over this level of threshold for the last couple of sessions, and I don't see that stopping anymore. You've got basically where you are right now is you're at you're fighting the gauntlet, right? Arila Vorlesh is somewhere in this building. She knows you're here. She knows what you're trying to do. All she needs to do is run out the clock that you don't see the hands of. All she needs to do is run out the clock and slow you guys down enough so that the world wound blows up before you guys can get down there and do the the ritual to close it. And frankly, she's going to use everything that she's got. So she's throwing stuff at you. She's essentially, I mean, those of you who I mean, you're probably getting the impression that she's emptying threshold at you at this point. So, which sort of falls into an area that benefits you to a certain extent, because that means there's not going to be any creatures left to attack you while you're doing the ritual, theoretically. But at the same time, it slows you down. And like I said, if she can slow you down enough, if she can get you to take more time than you have, the world wound blows up, campaign over, you guys all die, and we start on some other thing. So there's that. But
So you're
I mean,
saying there's a chance.
what I'm saying is that there's a deadline. And it while you guys don't know when it is, I know when it is. And so she's good, but I mean, it wouldn't take you guys long to figure out that that's what she's doing. She's throwing things at you to try and slow you down, to try and stop you, to try and stop you from, more than anything, from getting down into the bowels of threshold, where you at the edge of the world wound, where you can conduct this ritual. That said, you guys have done a fair amount of stuff to help yourselves. So in this case, we do have some accomplishments. And in this case, you did last time release Opon Spirit into the Boneyard. So you get that -4. That is accomplished. You only have a few more that you need to take advantage of. You got some a Meslin. That's the guy. You freed him. So I have to do this now. Hold everything. I forgot to check one. So a Meslin was the guy in the cage.
See the guy that's helping us now?
Yep,
Yep.
that is a
Okay.
Mes.
Helping is a strong word. He's an NPC.
He's
He
an
attacked.
NPC.
So
He
not
he doesn't
against.
have red hair, so he's fine. He's a good one. He doesn't have any hair, right? He's
So there's really
Blade or whatever.
did not why did it not? Oh, because it's on the frickin' GM layer, because that's where I was working, because I'm an idiot. One second.
Well, we were going to say something.
Words.
There we go.
about me.
So yeah, so I mean, other than finding if there are any dimensional locks, and you've done 2 of 4, the only other thing on the list is slaying Arilu Vorlesh. I don't know, and so she's very smart. She knows that all she has to do to win is wait. Is she going to put herself in front of you in a position where she can be slain? I don't know. You might have to trap her in some way if you can. She's tough. She's smart. She's the big bad of the big bads.
That's what the dimensional lock's for.
Well, it might be. It might be one of using one of those dimensional locks to keep her from skedaddling. Might turn the trick. So you never know.
He's a succubus, right?
Kind of, yeah. I mean, so she is. Let me see.
More than
Started
that.
out of one anyway.
She's more than that. Where is she here? Let's see.
Don should get along with her real good.
Hey, yeah,
Where is she?
I
I don't
can't
know.
get along with the succubus. We've got a problem, don't we?
Well, Gato's dating one currently, so
so is Hillendar.
Aren't there 2 people dating succubi around
Okay.
here?
Okay. Hillendar
Mike's
really.
more is dating it than I
Otto-
am. I'm just,
Otto is a tool for another one.
yeah, we're not dating.
You could have
Yeah.
stopped a tool.
I don't know that Nocticula is a succubi in the traditional sense, a succubus in the traditional sense of the word. All right, so Arilu Vorlesh is, yes, she is partially succubus. So she is
Is she
according-
the suck or the bi?
probably by. So what she is classified as is a female half succubus human witch. And then there's a list of other shit.
How do you become a half succubus?
I'd watch that Netflix show.
Definitely.
See your children when you have them.
Yeah, exactly. She technically, according to the rules of the game, is a medium outsider, chaotic demon, evil native. So do with that what you will.
How can one be both a native and an outsider?
That's a good question.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know. I think they use native in a different sense than we
What is
do.
she like 2% outsider on her grandmother's side or something? That makes no
Uh,
sense.
an outs. Wait a second. Here we go. An outsider. Hold on. Okay, hold on.
Either
Like
way,
Could
Americans, anybody that's got 1% Native American call themselves that. So
well,
Yeah.
here we
we've
go.
got
Okay.
people in Congress with 0% Native American calling themselves
Calling
that.
themselves that.
It's all
Yeah.
good.
Okay, so here is how they explain that. Unlike most living creatures, an outsider does not have a dual nature. Its soul and body form one unit. When an outsider is slain, no soul is set loose. Spells that restore souls to their bodies, such as raise dead, reincarnate, or resurrection, don't work on outsiders. It takes a different magical effect, such as limited wish, miracle, or true resurrection to restore it to life. An outsider with the native subtype can be raised, reincarnated, or resurrected, just as other living creatures can be. So this has to do potentially with the half succubus stuff. So I feel
How
like
you describe an outsider is basically how they describe redheads. So I'm a little offended. No
so
soul.
so there you go. That's why they call it native, because she straddles the ground between outsider and prime materialian. We're going with that. Okay, so but yeah, so you guys have been fighting a lot of demons, you've been fighting cultists, and you've been let's be honest, you've been cutting a swath through them. That's okay. But it's you're starting to get the picture that that Aurilu is throwing as much crap at you as she can, that she has, to slow you down. You think it's because she's trying to slow you down. You're getting that impression. In the meantime, you've got this guy in front of you who Fletcher and T-Bone are fighting. And then you've got another one of those demons, these winged demons sort of flew off. So maybe he is getting reinforcements, maybe he is escaping. I doubt this close to a Reel of Orlesh. I doubt that any demon in this building has the mental wherewithal to escape on their own. Now, the city, after the death of Karamzada, was thrown into chaos. But beyond, I mean, you don't know what's going up there, but maybe they're trying to bring reinforcements in. Maybe they're not. Arilu probably feels like she has her hands full right now with you guys ruining everything.
What we do.
The problem with the demons in the city is, if the Worldwound does explode and expand exponentially, it will almost certainly kill any of those. I mean, you would have to be a certain high level of power amongst demons to survive such a cataclysm. And it will be a cataclysm.
You say if we come back to this world, we have to come back as demons, right? As our next characters.
Well, what'll happen is, if you guys fail, the world wound will expand immensely. The Fifth Crusade, as you know it, would probably come to an end on the side of the demons. The whole idea of the last 100 to 115 years of war was to stop the demons pouring out of the world wound. If a world wound that is well, maybe not hundreds, but certainly tens of miles across and hundreds of miles long, would be basically a permanent, wide open gate into the abyss, where any demon worth his salt could simply walk into the prime material plane. It would create a situation where the legions of the abyss would simply be able to walk out into the prime material plane and establish a foothold in Galarian, and expand continuously.
If you
Right now there is no army that you can imagine in the face of Galarian that would have to be a combined effort of all armies.
if you want to see what demons look like as they just walk into your world, watch any of the videos of the kids at the Jersey Shore this year so far.
The kids of the Jersey Shore.
Yeah, several towns have been overrun by young folk, heavily drinking and partying. So
Young
They're
folk. I
acting
can't
like
believe they
it's
would do
the
such a
zombie
thing.
apocalypse. I know, right? It's shocking. In our day, we never drink. We just were in church all day.
We were too busy.
Playing D&D.
Well,
Yeah.
hiding the fact that we were playing D&D from our church, that kind of thing. So, all right. So last time we did stop, I think, right after Fletcher had attacked, and it was so. And Matt, you were fading fast, and we were already over time. So I think we stopped at T-Bone. So unless
I forgot that.
anybody have any questions, comments, concerns,
For dismissal.
calls for my dismissal,
Yeah,
We're
charges
s-
malfeasance.
charges of malf.
What is still alive?
So
Just-
okay, so you've seen you saw one of those winged demons took off, and it went through this door. And scuttled off to someplace. I mean, you can't see them. So in the meantime, this creature here, you guys probably can't see that because I'm still on the GM layer. This creature here
Yeah.
came sort of scuttling over. It's sort of a combination of centipede and demon. Came scuttling over and attacked Fletcher and T-Bone. But what it's mostly doing is standing in the doorway, keeping you guys from getting past there. Now, the other demon is off in the distance. You're not sure where he got off to. You can't see him from here, but he's surely somewhere.
Les, doesn't this connect like from right? Oh, I gotta get on my map. Hang on. From this point here, doesn't that connect back to this?
Yeah, there's a whole room. You guys, this is the direction you guys came. There's a room here, and this door has a wall of stone in front of it that that Bartos put there basically to keep this guy from coming up behind you.
So is this guy essentially guarding this door, kind of like?
This
Oh no, that's your friend.
this
That's
is our new friend.
Emeslin.
Didn't he attack this guy last round, or is he about to now?
He attacked one of the demons last time.
Okay.
The other demons.
So is there anything in this bottom room down here? That's
No,
still
nothing.
alive? Okay, what is that?
That is the cage that Gatto essentially it was hanging from the thing, and Gatto cut the chain and it dropped down as part of releasing Emeslin.
Okay.
Hey, Matt, are you in roll 20?
No, and I'm not.
Okay.
Get myself in roll 2. What am I missing?
No, I just didn't see you and you want to make sure I wasn't
Got it.
glitching. You were there and I
I
just.
forgot to click the little link here, so let me just open it up. Okay, now I should be in.
All right, cool.
There you go.
All right, so other questions, other things before we give it to T-Bone?
Punch it, Chewy.
Go
Okay, I was fading
T-Bone.
so fast last time. Why am I called T-Bone again? I've forgotten.
I've actually forgotten too. Something happened.
All right. The Legend of T-Bone. We can just make up our own myth now. Okay.
I'll switch
All
it
right.
back.
So I think I got my work cut out for me by this giant ugly demon in front of me. Demon peed. I'm going to attack. Full attack. But I'm waiting for my smite evils with a real Vorlesh arrives, but so far no luck. Okay.
You haven't seen her yet. You've certainly seen a fair amount of her minions, though. Ooh, all right. So 41 to hit. Hold on, I gotta check it.
That's should be a crit.
It's not him, not him, not him. Here we go. Ooh, it's I don't know if it's a crit, but it is a hit. It's a
18 is a crit threat.
18
Right.
is a crit threat. What was your confirm there? 39. AC is 39. That's a confirmed crit. So you're rolling out here with a confirmed crit on the first flipping roll.
T-Bone, come on.
That's a classic T-Bone maneuver. All right. So do you want the you want the chart, or do you want the damage?
I'm just gonna do my big Bambino and just point off in the distance. I want the chart.
All right, hold on. I'm writing down something.
I'm calling my chart shot.
Okay. All right, and that's Radiance. Radiance giving off an evil, oh well, not an evil, but a good
Yeah, I'm
streak.
happy.
This campaign just turned.
Ooh, backbreaker. Target suffers max plus bonus and 2d4 dex as you bring Radiance down atop the thing. Its carapace cracks as you think, who do we lose? It was Don. Gatto's going.
They got done.
They got done. All right. So max plus bonus. So max damage is going to be 1d8. So that's 32.
Don just actually cast Invisible on himself, and that's why he disappeared from the chat.
There you go. Plus 11 points holy, which would be 12. So another 12. So that's 44 for max. Plus bonus would be 25 and 11, which is 36. So that's an even 80 points of damage on the first strike and 8 points of bleed. Now, sadly, this thing is immune to bleed. But so that doesn't happen. All right. So 80 points. Let me take that
as
off.
immune to bleed in a future life.
All right, hit hard, cracks his shell. Ichor and this yellowish substance comes burbling out. It is scrambling under the thing, making hissing noises. That yellow substance is filling his mouth and coming down its chin and off its fangs and stuff like that as it whirls to try and bite you later. Your second swing is a 30. That's a miss. Your third swing is a 30. That's a miss. Are you hasted?
I gotta refer to my my magical friends here. I can't remember where hasted.
Your
or not.
haster?
I got it on mine that we are.
I thought we were still hasted, but I don't recall.
Mike's typically the haster, although Bartos possibly can do.
I can't. I don't have haste on me. I think
so
we were
Mike
hasted at one point, but I think it's gone now.
I have it
I
on
think
my
it's
sheet.
gone because I've
It's
got a
not.
casting of it that it's gone, but I don't have it on my character either. So
Okay.
It doesn't
So
last
lucky.
forever.
no,
Okay, so so say we all not hasted?
correct.
All right, so that natural twinzo
If
on
the
the
GM
haste
asks
hit.
if you're hasted, you say yes.
Ah!
All right, but it's still a substantive amount of time. You've largely crushed it with radiance, and it is not a happy creature at all. So as we go into round 6,
Somewhere Omade is like scrying, checking in on her heralds, whatnot. She's like, "Why are they chanting T-bone? What is going on here?" Oh, Don just took off invisibility. He reappeared.
He's reappeared just in time for him to go. Don, it is your turn.
We were just
Perfect.
starting, and all of a sudden you guys got all quiet. I'm like, what? And I'd lost internet. I sent you a text, Les, saying that.
Oh, did
Yeah,
you?
I'm not
Okay.
running my mouth mindlessly.
Hey, I
you
got
know
a
that you've
text. Just lost
internet.
internet. Don lost his internet.
He's back.
All right, so Don, it is Gatto's turn in the first lead-off hitter on round 6. Now where are you? You're back in the other room.
Right back here.
Yeah.
Is it Meslin?
Yes, it is.
Okay, Meslin, my buddy. Go over there and help Fletcher and T-Bone.
Indeed, I will, sir.
Okay.
All right, so he's going to do that. What are you going to do?
I'm gonna move to about here.
Okay. Right behind Storm.
Anything Meslin kills is on my count because I'm the one who brought him into the party. You keep saying I do nothing. This is what I do.
You're really working this Meslin angle. It's like, I got a bodyguard now. All right, so you're going in there. You're standing by the pool, standing behind the thing. You hear the and hissing of the creature. You can see, I just wanted to let you know that before you do this, Gatto, I'm going to say that your hand can stay on the pawn if you want. You could go back the other way through the cage room. There are doors back there. There was a door that you guys didn't open.
Yeah, I could go all by myself adventuring.
Yeah.
I would never leave the party.
You never leave the party.
No,
Revisionist
don't leave the
history.
party.
I'm just saying it's an option if you want it. That's all. That's all. You know, as a DM, I can't recommend specific courses of action.
This
I can only provide options.
this round, I'm good.
Okay, good. Ferrado, what are you doing?
Ferrado's gonna put an arrow in this thing if she can.
Okay. Can you see it? Yeah, I guess you can. 38 is gonna miss.
Okay, let's try again.
Okay. 46 is gonna hit.
And no haste, so 43 hit.
43 will hit.
I'd do your damage because this thing doesn't have much. That first arrow might take him.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, there's nothing else to shoot at. So let's see. We can do that. So 2 arrows is going to be I know it's always a wait for it. I should learn how to do these macros. 4, 8, 4, right there. Wow,
62 points of damage. The first, so is the first one 2 arrows again?
Yeah, that's actually just the
This was
first arrow.
actually shot number 2 and 3.
Gotcha. Okay. So so basically what have you see Ferrado sort of hang back. She's got her bow, she's got those 2 arrows stuck on there. They go flying out. Each one takes out a single major eye on the creature. If you look at the creature, he's got those 2 big eyes right there in front, right above his slavering claws. One arrow inserts itself into each one. A heck of a shot. A critical shot. The other arrow hits it in between those 2 eyes and buries itself into the carapace, cracking it open. You see parts of its ugly, horrid black brains falling out to the ground as it stumbles around a little bit, staggers, and falls to the ground.
Okay, but my
Leak.
would have helped.
Oh, he's still going over there. He doesn't know. He can't see back there. All right. So,
All right.
Ferrado, you've slain the thing with some well-placed arrows. Fletcher looks disappointed.
Arr.
All right. Where is he going? I know where he's going. Boop. He's going in there. Who is closest? Flash Art, give me a perception check. The hell's going on up there? Oh, what? Okay. 10. Okay. So he's doing that. Lothar, what are you doing?
Flashheart just stares at the bugs on the wall.
It's gross in here.
I am going to fly back to where everybody else is going because I assume we're walking through that area. So 10, 20, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 45. So I'll go that way and bring Astrid with me.
Okay.
And then pause because I'm assuming that we're all going to go up in here.
Okay. Sounds good. Sounds good. Bardos.
Same thing. I'm just gonna move up somewhere in that room. Wait for, I guess, Gatto to scout wherever he's gonna go.
Okay. Ameslin steps forward with his stomps and just comes in and goes past both Flashheart and Bardos, goes in between you and says, "Excuse me," and then grabs the tail of the creature and sort of moves it, pushes it out of the way on top of this other thing, and steps forward into the room and says, "The way is clear."
Hey guys, you heard him.
All right,
That's handy. We all
Illendar.
need one of those. That's pretty handy.
Storm's here in the middle of the room. Does she see anything that's a live combatant?
No, she does not. There's big demonic bodies everywhere. Past this creature off in this room, there's the dead cultists and worms and stuff all over the floor. Even to a large extent, the worms that were hanging off of the ceiling and dropping down onto the people are largely gone at this point as well. It's almost as if the defenses of Threshold are gradually lessening or being depleted with every demon that you guys kill. This door, the only thing noticeable is this door is over here is open. And there's a big wall of stone covering this door over here.
Right. Okay, just moving up like that and done.
Okay. Fletcher?
Wait, are we heading up? I should be heading up by storm?
It's up to you.
Fletcher's like, I was still raging. I don't understand what's going on.
My kill was taken from me. Not even
Arr.
by the large Iron Man. It was the woman with the bow behind me.
Well, we're still in
Initiative.
order of, yeah. So I'm going to go up by storm because that implies something's going on.
Something's definitely going on.
And when something's going on, I like being by storm.
Gotcha. Okay.
She's my combat buddy. But I will drop out of rage. I will land and drop out of rage.
Gotcha. Okay. 1 second.
Does everybody have their combat buddy?
Buddy up, everyone.
Trying to see how we could compose a song about rat in a cage and drop out of rage into some sort of poetic.
I think I heard that song. It's by Creed, right?
Right.
Despite his
Despite-
lack of rage, he's
Yeah.
he's a rat in a cage.
He's a
All right.
rat in a cage.
Flashheart, you're still going on. Your turn now.
Oh, am I back to Flashheart?
Mm-hmm.
T-Bone is no more. Okay. Guess I got to put my
If
serious.
we can't
face back
remember
on.
why we called you T-Bone, I don't think we can legitimately keep you as T-Bone.
I
Fair
guess
enough.
we could watch the recording last week, but that sounds like work. All right.
I'm the only one
We
who does that.
could probably ask AI to watch it for us and then tell us why. And then if it can't come up with it, make a great one. Make a
I
great.
wonder, I may have to ask ChatGPT to do that and see what happens.
I started making an agent this last week. It's like braiding chains together because you have to do multiple things to get it done. But one day there'll be a digital Matt out there.
Mm.
I'll send him in here because he'll probably play this game a lot better than me.
He'll stay up longer than you, that's for
Yeah,
sure.
he'll
Well,
definitely.
And most likely the robots will have killed you by then, so
Yeah.
all that'll be left is the digital part.
But the macros are gonna be on point. All right. So what am I looking at up here?
Well, basically, you're back in the room with the stairway. So that staircase, that central staircase, goes upward, and that comes from the prison area that you guys were in before.
We pretty much cleared that.
And pretty much cleared that.
So what's this way?
That was the room that held all the cultists, like all those worm that walks cultists were in there.
So is there anywhere we haven't been in here? It looks like we haven't been this way, maybe.
Well, there's a big stone wall in front of it.
We have
That
been
block,
in it.
that Mike put it there, right?
yeah, but
we
you guys have been in
that
here.
way.
That's the direction that you guys came.
Right,
Now
right,
this door over here, you fought some cultists over there that had sort of come out. So I don't know if you can see. Yeah, you can't really see that. So when you were fighting the original cultists, a group of them came around from the back and attacked you guys from the rear area. So it's possible that circles around in some way. What you haven't found is a stairway. You know you have to go deeper into Threshold. What you haven't done is found another stairway
And when
that
have we
would
been
go
up here?
down.
Or not yet?
No.
All right. So is this an open pathway right here, Les?
It's difficult terrain. There are a lot of dead people and demons in there.
Well, good thing I'm wearing my gore boots, my +5 gore boots. I can just.
Here's the
jump
door.
right on that pile.
The door is you're going through the wall there. This is
okay.
the door right here.
Where? Okay.
We're in front of the big pile.
The one where it shows the door image, right? Okay.
So if you get in there, you will see that white kind of scratchy line there?
Yes.
That was once a wall that was knocked over. So whatever, that's where those cultists came out of, you think.
Got it.
Because there is a space back there. Like if you go back in there, there's a void in the thing. There's space back there, and you can see there's another wall sort of on this side that goes back into that to that area. But
Unless I'm running down the hallway here, I think I just went like. Yeah, I think I just did a double move. So.
well, you can get
Probably
there.
go a
That's
little
okay. That's okay.
Okay.
All right, next round, Gatto.
Can I move just slightly over 5 foot step? Just let other people in the room.
Sure.
Okay. I get a better grip on the pile now.
Yeah, there's a big cockroach-looking demon there, and 4 dead. Well, I mean, they're not cultists anymore. They're piles of worms that sort of have, so there's a bunch of worms on the ground, sort of scrambling off, that kind of thing. So where did Gatto go?
I came up to the room where Storm is.
Okay.
I'm gonna just use stealth. Oh, can I get through this door?
You can open it. The door's open. The problem is there's a wall of stone on the other side of it blocking it off.
Yeah.
This door is
Ghost, you can take that wall of stone down if you want now, right?
Actually, there's several of these walls have been knocked down by those big beetle bugs.
this
Stone
wall
is
here,
purple.
I believe, is knocked down where that beetle is.
Uh,
Let me
Let's split
check.
the
Let
party
me
up.
check the light. Yeah, there's a spot here. Let me show you. It's right.
I just went that way.
Yeah, it's
These
this
guys are
area.
all dead, right?
Yep. Yeah, that area right there is open. You see the white?
If not, they've been sleeping soundly.
Yeah.
since Fletcher and Storm got through with them.
Yeah, those guys on the ground there are dead. But right now, what they look like is they look like sort of empty clothing and piles on the ground, as all the because they were made out of
They were
stacks of
made out of
worms.
worms and stuff.
So those worms are still kind of wandering around, but they don't seem to be in any condition to attack anyone.
Okay. So I'm going into that room.
Okay.
I'm gonna check out this altar.
Okay. 1 second. I gotta get the.
He went into this room. Uh,
he
This
went
one?
into the darkness
To the
Pretty much where
darkness.
Gato lives.
I went this
above
way.
Yeah.
above that. Yeah.
The darkness.
Okay, so
I've been in this
yeah,
way.
so the one thing that you notice when you've been in there is that it's largely, I mean, the ceilings here go up a great deal. It may be 80 to 100 feet in this area. There are tons of vermin crawling all over everywhere. And they seem to be their bodies seem to be shifting and making runes and messages and weird languages. You can't tell. It's gross. As you approach the altar, that area behind the altar is just covered. The walls are covered as high as you can see with just crawling worms and scorpions and all kinds of stuff. It's incredibly gross. And so as you do that, I need you to make a will save.
No, that's okay.
I'm good.
Oh dear.
Ooh,
What'd you get?
was it a trap?
It was. Well, no, not really. No, not a trap. Ooh, okay. So I will
More,
so
more if it's an enchantment spell, which I don't think would help anyway.
you are now suffering from this. And I will allow you to determine how that manifests itself.
that seems like a lot of leeway to give Gato. He's pretty clever.
So there's one obvious way that it manifests itself, but there could be other ways as well. Role-playing opportunity. All right. That is the end of Gato's turn. Ferrado, you're up.
Ferrado's going to move into the space and ask where the hell Gato went.
He's in the other room.
And
Went
then I'm
through
going
that
to
door.
go. Is this it here?
That's the main door. He went through. See where the white line is?
Oh, okay, that's what I'd asked.
He went through there. That's the wall is broken down because this big cockroach-looking creature came through that wall.
Right.
The stone wall is from Bardos and blocks off the double doors.
Okay, I'm just going to go in there and cover him. Give him cover. That's it.
Okay, so you step into that room and take a look. You could see what you see is Gato in front of this altar. Now those creatures are all sort of dead and there's worms everywhere and stuff. Like the walls are covered with vermin, and sometimes you look at them and sometimes they're making shapes and sometimes they look like they're making words or runes of some kind. It's weird. But you see Gato sort of standing there, quiet,
Looking at that altar.
looking at the altar and the wall beyond.
What do you see? Is what I'm going to ask. Hey, Gato, what do you see?
Huh? Huh?
Does he look
What?
weird?
No weirder than usual.
Is he unable to answer me?
No, what?
What do you see? What do you see up there?
I don't know.
All right.
Does that seem like a normal response
And
to?
I look at the altar again.
He did not proclaim
does-
his innocence, that he's not evil, so he's definitely evil now.
Yeah, I'm going to say I think something. I'm gonna holler over my shoulder. I think something might be up with Gato here.
We
His responses
our
aren't.
deep-seated biases are finally confirmed.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not going to go any closer to him either, though.
Okay. All right. So that's it for you.
Yep.
All right. Who is Flashheart? Give me a Perceptionist check.
Sure. Perceptionist check. My favorite kind of Perceptionist. I did slightly better than the last time you asked.
Slightly. But this is enough. So so as you're sort of standing in that wall, down the hallway, not down into the void area where the broken wall is, but down the hallway that sort of curves off to the left, you hear what sounds like the loudest cicada song that you ever heard. I mean, it's like vibrating the wall.
Okay.
It is. I mean, it's shaking the floor and walls, but it sounds like a cicada song. You know how they do. I can't do it. But you know what I mean.
Oh, that's great. Do it again. Do it again. We got on
Yeah.
recording. Okay.
Great. So that everybody could be like, he really sucks at those voices and stuff. Not only the
It's,
voices, but the animal sounds too. He's
I just want a gif of you.
Yeah. Has that guy ever even heard a cicada? What the hell was that?
What was it? Gordon once said, I have two Cockney accents and they both stink. Uh, but yeah, so you hear this, it's just a reverberation. It's
Okay.
almost supra audible, right? Where it's like more of a I mean, it's like the very air is vibrating. And the walls, you can feel the walls are sort of like
Are you saying
as
I'm
this
hearing it from this spot down here this way?
yeah, down
Or-
in that direction.
Okay. Got it. I will communicate that to my psychic friends here. I see. I think a real big bug is coming up.
Oh, now we got
Uh,
two things going on.
Okay. All right. So that's that. Lothar, what do you do?
So psychically, well, through message, I've heard that there's a real big bug coming up. And I've heard Ferrado say, I think there's something wrong with Gato.
And
Yep.
then you retorted like, you want the short list or the long?
I've always known something's wrong with Gato. Let's see here. So, I think the fly, hang on a second.
If
Yeah.
it's a fly spell, it's 60 feet. You could fly.
Yeah, it's not fly, but it is 60 feet.
Okay.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Bring her along.
All right.
55, 60.
Okay.
So I'm going to move up here and observe Gato.
Gato, tell him what you're doing.
I'm just kind of like looking at the wall, the altar and the walls behind it, and just I'm sitting there, my arms are straight down. I still have a hold of my sword in my right hand. It's kind of like drooping down though and everything. And I'm just kind of like looking around. You can't see me concentrating on one specific thing, just kind of like looking.
Okay. And from my current position, all of the insects will bail. Because at least as far as I know, I still have
You still have repel insects going on. All right. So
repel vermin.
in this case, so in 3-dimensional space, it's 30 feet from you, right?
It's the red circle,
It's the
and
red circle. All right.
and that's all the way around me.
Right. Okay. So along the walls behind you, like to the east and that kind of stuff, the ceiling in here is very high. So like 80 feet high.
Right.
So there's a lot of stuff. I mean, you could see stuff crawling all over the place, and it's not being repelled. Consider you. I mean, you figure it's like a circle around you that stops at stone, right?
Right.
So while it's up in the air, there's nothing dropping on you or anything like that. But it has not affected the vermin that is on that angular wall behind the thing, and that to your eyes seems to be what Gatto is looking at.
Right.
But his head is just kind of like looking around, and he's not like staring intently at one space. Like he's not on point, but he's just kind of like looking around. Right, Gatto?
Yep.
Yeah. So the
I'm
rest
kind of
of it,
mimicking what I do in the camera. If you ever look at,
the rest of it will require movement, but I'm keeping an eye on Gatto to see if he sort of focuses on any one thing, which he's not doing now.
Mm-hmm.
And this is my turn, but I'll move around and try to look at him, affect the insects, and then look at his response at different angles.
As far as you could tell, no insects have actually gotten onto him. They're
Right.
all over the place, all over the floor, and that kind of stuff. And as you walk across the floor, obviously the worms and the insects and scorpions, they all scatter.
I'm not
Sort
walking.
of like
I-
fly.
I'm
Well,
I'm flying.
as you move through there, the sphere is big enough where it is touching the floor, and I assume so, unless you're flying very high.
No.
Okay. Okay. So as the tip of the sphere moves forward, it's sort of like a prow of a boat
Yeah.
through these things, and they just kind of like skidded ladder around to get out of the way. All
Okay.
right. All right. Bardos. So you've seen Ferrado and Lothar go in the other room after Gatto, and the discussion on the psychic connection is that something's wrong with Gatto. On the other hand, you've got Flashheart saying there's something big down this way, and I think it's a cicada.
Okay. I'm gonna let the big boys deal with the cicada. So I'm gonna walk into here and can I do some kind of knowledge check to try to figure out what's going on? I mean, it seems like he's fascinated. That would be
Yeah, he's basically staring. Staring is the wrong word. He's looking around at the walls behind the thing. He's not really paying much attention to the altar to the altar itself, but he's looking sort of at in this direction and in this direction. And
Barado's gonna share that he's looking at the bugs because they're forming runes. Somebody's speaking to him. I think he's controlled.
yeah, they're forming the bugs in here are very strangely intelligent. They seem to be making runes, they seem to be making other things as well. But he's sort of standing in front of the altar, and he's kind of watching up, up and down, and he's watching these various worms and creatures and crawling things and centipedes all sort of like twisting and turning on themselves. Even there's a fair amount of bioluminescence taking place in there as well, so you can see glowing runes coming out of it. It's very strange.
At this point, Gatto's on LSD watching a Pink Floyd light show.
Exactly.
All right. So I'll when I get into the room to see that, I will yell really loud at Gatto. Hey, Gatto, look at me. See if that does anything.
Up to Gatto.
nope.
Gatto just continues to stare.
Yep.
All right. Sounds good. Bardos, anything else?
I love Don's method acting. I appreciate it. I'm here for it.
No, that was pretty much a double move, so I can't really do anything else.
All right. A Meslin, having busted through. What was the last order that Gatto gave a Meslin to do? Is like help everybody with that creature.
Yep.
All right.
Defend
So
my friend.
defend your friends. Okay. So the bulk of actually, you know what? He thinks that Flashheart might be the least defended, so he's going to go over by Flashheart.
I'm okay with that.
And he's like, Harold, per Mr. Gatto's orders, I will aid you. Are you in need? Is anything confronting you?
I believe we're going to need a really big fly swatter. What do you got?
I have no fly swatter, but
Oh.
I have my prowess and martial abilities that I have carried with me since my training as a youth.
All right. Well, we're going to put your ute to the test.
Ilindar, what do you do?
Did you say Utes? What's
Two
a
Utes.
Ute?
What's
I
a
was about to say, all of
ute?
a sudden, Gato says, "Did he say Utes?"
What's a
The spell is
Ute?
broken.
Hey, Les.
Yep.
Did you say when we came to this room there was areas we hadn't gone yet?
Sure. Yes. No, there definitely is.
Okay. Storm's moving up to here to move towards the sound. I'm gonna go up and just use the gloves I've got to scrape.
Through the wall of stone?
Yeah, just
Okay.
basically where the doorway is, just scrape a little, not
Wait,
all out, but
now,
most of it. So like Storm can easily just like elbow it and knock the wall over and get through the doors.
so you're going to take Bardos's wall of stone and sort of debilitate it so that Storm needed to
Yes,
get
so we
through there.
can,
He could crash. She could
yeah.
crash through there. Okay, gotcha. All right. So we'll tell you what. I'm going to.
Effectively, you just remove it.
He's gonna. Well, I don't want to remove it because it's permanent and it's thick.
All right.
You can just
So-
walk around the other way to get to that whole area. I mean, it's a circular.
Well,
Right.
there's also a stone wall here. There's an open door there.
Open door where?
Right where it's the one Flashheart went through to get in the
Oh,
hallway.
yeah. Yeah.
So it's like right here. You see the door thing.
I just don't want to go all the way around by myself. But
Gotcha.
poking through this, looking at it is. And
Yeah,
deep.
you're corrupting
And
him.
I'm not doing anything right now. So, I mean, like I said, it behaves like mud. So literally,
You could scoop it away.
I can scoop away up the left side of the door, go across where the top of it is, and then scoop down, and then.
Okay, so you're just
Because I
gonna.
get most of the wall done that way. So then, really, all Storm has to do is just kind of nudge it, and that whole slide will
Gotcha.
fall over, and it'll be an open doorway again.
Gotcha. Okay, so something like that. You sort of like digging around in there, scooping out stone, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. What is Storm doing anything particularly interesting or?
He was moving towards Flashheart, but staying close enough to me to protect in case something happens.
Gotcha. All right, Fletcher, what about you? Standing pretty much alone in a room. Half the party has gone into the room to figure out what the hell Gatto's doing. The other half is moving towards the exit where Flashheart has said there's some sort of creature in here.
I'm thinking I'm going where brute force is going to be more useful.
So Gatto.
No.
All right.
So I will move to here and
So there's a lot of people in the way. So it's hard.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to see. But if you look, this is oops, no. Stop it.
stop it. No, you
This
stop it.
this is the actual path. So you can see that. There's
Okay.
just a lot of crap in the way. The reason it looks so confused is that this thing here, that little white scrapage there,
Yeah.
that's a blown out wall. So where Flashheart is standing, you have a couple of levels of problems. One, you've got you've got a bunch of rubble from a blown out wall. So there's a big pile of stone there. Then you have a dead cockroach creature and a bunch of dead maggots, giant maggots. On top of those guys, you've got a bunch of empty suits of cultist clothing and a bunch of worms crawling around the whole thing. So there's like a big pile of crap in that hallway. But it has opened up that void to the northwest. So that's open in here. Even though it's between walls, it wasn't meant to be open, but it
And that's
is.
probably where Flashheart means that's coming from. Okay. So I'll stop there and I'll mention to Flashheart, you might want to back up if something's coming through there. And then I'm gonna drink a healing potion.
Okay.
The last of my 3d8s.
All right. Let's see what you get back.
I should have had a 3d8.
I'm writing that down.
All good. That's my turn.
Did you not want me to roll those for you?
Nah, that's about average.
Okay. All right, cool. All right, so that's Fletcher. Flashheart, what are you doing? Now you're standing there. The noise is coming from the northeast, and it sounds like it's coming from the main thoroughfare as opposed to the broken out wall area. Like it's forward of you.
So yeah, I get that. In this hallway here, is gonna be one abreast, or can we get two in there? I know big guy here is gonna be a real issue to get in that hallway, but
Storm will be, and Meslin will be able to squeeze through there, but squeeze rules will apply. It's fine for you. It's probably what, 8 feet wide, 5 feet wide, I guess.
right.
It's the
I'm
high,
just thinking,
25 times
I'm just
20.
thinking like I'm not sure Fletcher can get in there either. He's jumbo size.
He can. He'll have to like hunker down though. It's the squeeze rules applied. You guys know what the squeeze rules are?
Yep.
I forget. It's been a while, but as I
Half
recall,
movement, well, you squeeze through, you're squeezing through a tight space, basically.
Yeah, hold on. I'll have it for you here.
Your movement's
You can
restricted. What
do
can
piercing
is
weapons, you
restricted.
can't do slashing weapons because you can't really swing it.
So in some cases, you have to squeeze through an area that isn't as wide as the space you take up. You can squeeze through or into a space that is at least half as wide as you. Each move into or through a narrow space counts as 2 squares. And while squeezed, you added a -4 penalty to attack and a -4 penalty to AC. A creature can squeeze past another creature while moving, but it can't end its movement in an occupied square, which is typical. To get through a space that is less than half your width, you have to do an escape artist skill check.
got it. All right, so I'm gonna move to this hallway. I was gonna tell Fletcher and is it a Meslin? Maybe they can go on this side of the wall, and we'll proceed
Meet up.
north. Yeah, meet
We're
north.
ready.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're gonna go. So you've only
Yeah.
moved one movement phase. You've just basically scrambled over the pile of dead demon and rock
Okay.
and worms.
Can I hold my action in case somebody comes charging down?
Yeah, I mean, you could see up there, right?
I can see to this point right here. It turns
Yeah.
into shadow.
Yeah, I mean, it continues on. It goes. It looks like it's going towards the very weirdly lit.
Is this possibly a doorway right here?
It's possible.
What about right here?
No, that's not a doorway.
Okay. All right.
No, those look like metal. To your eyes, those look like metal brackets that hold the walls together.
Got it.
Cool. Is that as far as you
Yep.
want to go?
Yeah, I'm just gonna hold my action in case something comes charging down until Fletcher and Meslin can get into comparable things that we can proceed down.
Gatto, give me a quick percentile dice.
If it's for the effect, I rolled a 63.
Okay.
I was about to.
You want to describe that?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I've been staring at this altar and wall, just kind of like the whole area and everything. I kind of looked down, and I noticed there's something in my hand, in my right hand, and then I look at my left hand, and I kind of bring my sword over and run it across my hand, dealing 4 points of damage to myself.
That's new.
Ouch.
Read your
That's
message.
just Gatto being Gatto.
This is
Got
going to
him.
be entertaining.
It's probably just a caravan guard thing.
Yeah.
They all sit around a campfire during the caravan.
He's just standing there visible, guys. It
So
seems
my
kinda
right
weird.
hand is down by my side again, and I'm just looking at my left hand with the
Dripping blood.
Yep.
You can see underneath him, for those, he's just outside of the vermin range. So you can see that as blood drips down onto the ground, various insects and worms scuttle over and begin, I guess not eating the blood, but they scuttle over and begin sucking at the drips that fall down. And even the worms are sort of rising up for the next drop.
Chuck,
as it
read your
comes down.
message real quick.
Ferrado, you're up.
Been messaging my casually smoking friend Chuck for the last 10 minutes.
I was away. I'm back. I answered.
No, it was before you left, dude. You see it?
Oh,
He's back.
I do now.
Yes, yeah, I was just waiting for a response, and then I was going to make up my mind what I'm doing.
Yeah, if you have that too, you might be able to go over here and try to disrupt the message.
Okay.
But I
Well, I'll be able
think,
to, only 10 foot up though. And
I
you're another
think,
10 foot.
yeah, but you'll be ground level.
Okay.
And I think, I mean, I don't know for sure, obviously, but I think that the magic has already happened.
Yeah, I'm kind of
How
wondering
high
the
up
same
off the
thing.
ground are you, Lothar?
10 feet presently.
Okay.
Yeah, I kind of feel the same way.
But disrupting the insects away from that wall and uh the shrine thing there, the whatever you're calling it, that could be helpful. And then maybe I could move above you and disrupt the ones above you
That's what I
and
was suggesting. Yeah. Okay, so
and,
I'll try that.
and then cast a spell to try to help Gato.
Okay, I'll try that. So I am going to move Ferrado here. She's got the 10-foot radius on her,
Okay.
and she's
Whoa.
got
Okay.
spider climb, so she can go up 10 feet, enough to where she's covering 20 foot of wall.
Okay.
And the idea is to disrupt all of the messaging that has got Gato so entranced.
So are you? So do you have any way of chasing the? I mean, do you have repel vermin as well?
Yes,
Yeah.
that's the
Okay.
green.
The
That's what the green
green. All
is.
right. So you walk
Yep.
over there behind that, and the vermin on the wall begin sort of scattering away. Most of them are moving upwards.
Right.
And as you sort of look up, as you're kind of, you grab onto the wall and you begin climbing the wall. Did you say, or flying
Yeah,
upward?
yeah, spider climb. Yeah, I was going to go up just enough to cover 20 feet.
Spider climbing up. You're looking upwards as you go, and I need you to make a will save.
Dun, 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 dun.
What did you roll?
26.
26. Let me check. I gotta check and see if that's good enough. Okay. So yes, but you feel there's a brief moment as you're looking up, you see up above you, but fully in your view, the creatures that are being chased forward pile up on top of each other and begin scrambling around doing various runes, and they're flashing and all that kind of stuff, and you're seemingly mesmerized by that, and you feel this wave of weakness sort of pass through your body as they and then you see them once you make your save, you see them begin to dissipate, and they're doing a different series of symbols, which won't really strike you until next round.
Yeah, it's so I'm going to yell out to Lothar. It's all in the symbols. This is some type of a charm or mesmerization, and I almost failed. So the strength is in these bugs above us. We need like a whitewash of fire or
Need
something.
a fireball.
Yep, I do not have fireball. Nor would I want to cast it where I'm standing currently.
Recall for Napalm Grady.
Napalm would know what to do.
Let's see. That is, I guess that's all I'm going to do for now. Can I not look at the bugs now that I know that they're issuing noxious signals that can mesmerize me? Can I not look at that? Can I look everywhere?
You could try. You could try to avoid it. Yeah.
Is that just like a will save every time? Is that what the will save is, or can I just make a decision
Well,
to
no,
look
you
at
could.
it?
Hold on.
Because I'm going to say that to Bardos and Lothar too. Do not look at the walls. Do not look at the pretty scrolly LSD effects on the walls.
1 second. I gotta check something real quick here. Averting eyes. Each round, you have a 50% chance of avoiding having to make the saving throw.
Okay.
As you avert your eyes. A blindfold would be 100%.
Okay. Cool.
Or
Right,
if you
I'll be
were,
right-
or if you like blinded yourself with
yeah,
the spell.
not going to happen. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Cool. Yep.
50% chance of
it.
having to do it. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I'll be right back, guys.
You got it. All right. So that was him. I don't know if you can even see that. Lothar, you are up. You've got this warning from Verado. Avoid your gaze. Avoid looking at the runes.
Okay. Now she's got a 10-foot circle around her. And she's gone
Yeah,
up and she's climbed up the wall 10 foot.
correct.
So that takes care of 10 foot below her, 10 foot above her,
Hmm.
and 10 foot in every direction.
Correct.
Okay. So
Basically, I mean, if you're observing what she's doing, basically she's driving the insects upward.
yeah, and
Again, the ceilings here are like 80 feet high. It's a cathedral almost
right.
above there. So those insects are sort of like piling up towards the roof. But even at 10 feet up and a 10-foot repel, she's only essentially cleared like a quarter of that series of walls.
Like 20 feet. And
Right.
the ones that are doing the runes or the shifting and all that are on the ceiling.
They're no, they're on the walls, but they're all sort of all of the vermin inside the room sort of do this shift, and as you look at them, they kind of they're making runes and they're bioluminescing and that kind of stuff. It's mesmerizing in a general sense to look at, but the ones behind the altar seem to be the ones that have some sort of magical power associated with them. Everything else just is like odd and off-putting.
Okay. I'm going to give a spell to Astrid,
Okay.
and then I'm going to move here and up. So I'm going to move up to the lower limit or to the upper limit of her circle,
Okay.
which is she's up 10, it goes up 10, so it's 20 feet, right?
Right.
So I'm going to go up 30 feet, and then
Okay.
my 10 will match her 10 at the bottom,
Gotcha.
and my 10 will go up from 30 feet, which is the
So
circle.
essentially, you're stacking repel vermins
Yes,
against that wall. All right.
yes.
Similar thing happens. The vermin continue to press upward and pile on top of each other, and they begin to fall down too.
Hmm,
So they're repelled, so they're falling sort of away from you. So they're landing sort of closer to where Gatto is. They don't seem to be
right.
attacking him or anything. But yeah, so it's getting to the point where the continuity kind of holds. You ever see the movie World War Z?
Yeah,
You remember the part in Jerusalem where they're piling up on themselves trying to get over the
right.
wall and they keep falling backwards and stuff like that?
Yes,
That in large part that's happening on a smaller scale with these things. So they're falling downwards, but they're being repelled outward to the sort of fanning outward in a fan where Gatto is sort of in the middle of it. But yeah,
so
you've
I'm gonna
you've pressed a bunch up towards the ceiling. So maybe half now is clear.
right. So I'm gonna try to move to that position and not look at them.
Okay, I need a 50% mischance or a 50% gaze avoidance chance. So you
So
call it
you
high or low.
percentile?
Percentile works. I mean, it's just a 51 or higher. If you like high, 51 or higher, you avoid their gaze. If you like
Yeah,
low, okay,
I'll go high.
cool. Ooh, you missed it by one. 51 through 100 is high. 1 through
Yeah.
50 is low. So I need you to make a will save. Natural 20. All right. Not only do you make your save, but you also realize what these creatures are doing. Those runes and things that they are forming into and bioluminescing into are symbols. This one was you avoided the problem of was going to be a symbol of weakness, but
Mhm.
they are forming themselves into magical symbols.
Right. Now, Astrid, on her turn, is going to fly over here,
Mhm.
land on Gatto's shoulder, and cast Dispel Magic.
Dispel magic. Okay. Let me check and see if that will work for what Gatto has.
Yeah, I don't know if it will, but it doesn't seem like
Uh,
it's a curse. It didn't seem like anything else I can deal with, so I'm hoping for this.
I
Unless I have enchantment sight permanently, can I tell if it's an enchantment or that would cover
it
curse
is a
and
it is an
alteration?
enchantment.
It is.
Absolutely. Yeah, he's been driven insane
Yeah.
by what you suspect to be a symbol of insanity. Dispel magic will not work. So the power that you transfer through Astrid seems insufficient for the level of magic that has infected Gatto.
Shite. Good try. Shite.
Huh?
Shite. Shoot. Damn. Good try, but darn it.
Okay.
Gosh darn it.
Bardos?
When the bird landed on my, did he land on my shoulder?
Yeah, he's still
Yes.
there, I think.
He had to touch you.
Okay, when he lands on my shoulder, I spin around real quick and kind of like do an avant-garde move towards it, like it's attacking me also.
Bardos, give me a knowledge arcana.
I'm ignoring my bleeding hand right now and watching that bird. I'm
49.
assuming when I spun around real quick, it probably took off, so it's not on my shoulder right now.
Yeah.
So Bardos, because of what you're hearing Lothar saying, that they're creating magical symbols, arcane symbols that are affecting
Right.
things, and recognizing that Gatto is likely to be suffering from the effects of a symbol of insanity, you will remember that the insanity from the spell is very difficult to overcome. It's not a curse, so Lothar's instincts are right in that it's not a curse. But it's the only way to restore it, and it is permanent unless restored, is through greater restoration, heal, or the various wish spells.
So break enchantment won't do it either?
Break enchantment. Well, let me check. I don't think so. I don't think it's powerful enough, but I might be wrong. Break enchantment. This spell, let me this spell frees victim from enchantment curses. Break enchantment can reverse even well, let me see. No, it's not going to be powerful enough. The symbols are 7th level spells. If the spell is one that cannot be dispelled by dispel magic, which this is, break enchantment only works if that spell is 5th level or lower. It is a 7th level spell. So the break enchantment will not work. Actually, the symbol is an 8th level spell. I apologize. The magic is too powerful.
Okay, so what did you say worked? Was it a limited wish or?
Greater restoration, heal, limited wish, miracle, or wish.
Okay, so I've got limited wish, but Chuck, you might have something, Lothar, that's easier to cast because that's like a $10,000 spell, limited wish.
Yeah, Gatto's not worth that.
Oh, Rastal.
Uh,
No, that's me.
That wasn't an Erastil, that was Chuck.
I am a perfectly good priest, but I still sin.
Bardos,
Are
that
you
being the I
are
think go
I'm
ahead.
sorry, hang on. Bardos, are you going to communicate that to me?
Yeah, that's what I just did. Yep.
I mean all of it. All of your the stuff you learned from your
Yeah,
knowledge check.
we have telepathy on, and I've been talking to you as we've been going through this, trying to figure out what's wrong.
So I know restoration works. Greater
Yep.
restoration.
Restoration, and I think heal too. I think Les said.
Yep, that is correct. I assume
Okay.
everything you guys say right now is part of
Yeah,
the
it's being
telepathy.
shared, but
Yeah.
it's whatever. So
So does that mean you got that? You got it covered?
I've got greater restoration. And I've got it memorized. Yes, I have that. Unless Bardos fixes it first with limited wish or whatever, I've got greater restoration and heal.
All right.
Strike that. I had heal. I've used heal. I don't have that right now.
Well, I've got a long shot, so I'm not going to hang out. I'm going to let you and Bardos handle it.
Yeah,
Wait,
you guys
I
probably
thought
need to
Jennifer
get
was
out
like,
of
I
that
could shoot
area.
him.
Yeah.
Les, is there a way to tell? Is the only thing? I mean, I can block that area off and stop this whole thing from happening, but I don't want to do that if there's like a secret door that is the only way to get where we need to go.
I mean, there's no.
While you guys have the area cleared of bugs, I guess what I'm saying is, can you maybe check for secret doors or
Stuff that would be behind the altar, that kind of thing.
yeah, I mean anywhere in that area.
I don't have much skill in that. What would I roll for that? Because I can do that. I can try.
It would be perception.
Okay, I'll try on my turn. It's a good idea.
Okay. Bartos, in the meantime, it is your turn. So what do you plan to do? You've exchanged a fair amount of information with Lothar and the team.
So Lothar and Ferrado have kind of scared the bugs away in an area on the lower level. Is that right? Or are
Yeah, to a certain extent. So the ceilings here are 80 feet high. What they've done is they've essentially taken those bugs that are in that corner area, that sort of wedge, and they've driven them upward with their repel insects. So so a certain percentage of those bugs are just piling up above them, and some of them are falling downward, but the repel force is basically knocking them back into this area. So they're sort of raining down. There's various insects raining down. Now they're not attacking or anything, and they're not attacking Gato or anything. They're just sort of crawling off. But there's sort of like a rain of insects and vermin kind of coming off because they're sort of plowing that angle area upward. And some of them are being pushed upward towards the ceiling, but a lot of them are coming back down. They're sort of flying backwards.
And do they seem to have a cognizance when they're pushed apart from the main swarm that they're with?
No, they just start flashing and doing that thing. It's only when they're swarmed together that they seem to have any sort of intelligence behind them. So they're definitely, their ability to do so is disrupted. But if you end up looking up 50 feet in the air, it's possible you could be affected because they're still those ones are still making symbols.
Okay, I'm going to move into this area and do a perception to try to find secret doors real
Okay.
quick.
Sounds good.
Let's see.
28.
Hey.
You do not find any secret doors or any real doors or anything like that. In fact, you think that you might be at this place, you might be directly under that balcony area from the top, which means if you were to blow through this wall, you would be sort of out in the Worldwound radiation zone. You think you're on the western edge of this floor of the prison.
Okay, so I will communicate that and say, if we can all leave this area, if nobody finds anything, then I can put some kind of blockage to keep these creatures from hurting people.
Okay. That is it that you want to do?
Yep.
Okay. A Meslin is going to step forward and stand behind Flashheart. You can't really see him there, but he's there. I'm going to actually put him down so you can see his face. So he's standing. So this immense creature, this immense construct creature is standing behind you and is like, shall we press forward, Harold?
Yes, we shall.
You're on mute,
Like-
Harold.
Yeah, it's like that movie My Bodyguard from the mid-'80s there.
All right. You're Chris Makepeace.
Nice. All right. All right. One of my younger colleagues told me I need to start updating my references. I was heartbroken because I think I don't have any references past like 96 or so.
I was hoping he didn't mean on your resume, did he?
It started because I felt I did a big article on AI and sent it off to the company, and they did it, and somebody responded to it, and I sent the Starship Troopers. I'm doing my part. They're like, what the hell's that from? Like, what do you mean? What the hell's that from? That's Starship Troopers. Like, what movie is that? Like,
I told you what happened to me at Ogilvy or at Maxis when I snuck in. So you remember at the old Group M offices that the conference rooms would have doorways in the front where most people went in, and then doorways in the back that you could sort of sneak in if you were late. I was late for a conference one time, so I snuck in the back one and sort of sat down, and the person next to me kind of did a double take and says, "Where did you come from?" And I did this. And they looked at me like I was from another planet. They were like,
do 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 do.
they were like, the fuck was that? I was like, Bewitched? Never? No? Nothing?
That
Had
Bewitched
no
or
idea
Dream
what
of
I was
Genie?
Oh, a
That's
Dream
like
of Genie,
Dream
yeah,
of
right.
Genie, yeah. Come on.
But yeah,
You should have just said a time turner. They would have got that one.
Time Turner.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went, and they looked at me like, he's cooked.
If you want Bewitched, you got to go tickle 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 with your nose.
Exactly.
All right.
So a Meslin does that. Ilindar, you see the enormous construct following Gato's orders continue to shadow Flashheart in a protective manner.
I'm assuming this enormous contract is just literally juicing the bodies below him. There's just like
Yeah,
a
he
pulp
squash
of
out. You can
bodies
hear like, as he
Ugh.
sort of goes through. There's worms squashing, guts all over the place. The big cockroach creature is just like, yeah, he weighs a ton.
Delightful. Yeah.
Okay,
All right.
I'm moving
Yeah,
back to,
boy. Let's go.
and then Storm's gonna just knock the wall over, so that door's open again.
Okay. So you just crush that door.
Yeah, she's just gonna, like I said, I made it pretty easy by doing the outside of it, so.
All right. So boom, it opens up. And you remember that you guys were in that room. I mean, that's the room that you
Right.
guys passed through to go to the cage room.
Right.
So it was all kind of like you guys went into like a big circle kind of.
But like I said, I remember there was somewhere that when we went through there, we hadn't been.
Got a quick message for you.
Do what?
He has a quick message for you.
He's sending
I-
secret messages.
I'm sending you a secret message.
Yes,
It
I'd like
says-
to less.
Drink your Ovaltine.
Don't forget to drink your Ovaltine.
I shortened it. Drink your freaking Ovaltine. A crummy
Right now,
commercial?
yes.
I mean, commercial.
Son of a bitch.
What'd you say? What'd you say, Mike?
Right now, yes.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to. Jeez, why are you doing that? Not you. I know why it's doing it. Because I'm dumb. All right. So I'm gonna do something here. Can you see that? Here. Let me.
I didn't see something change if that's what you're.
I might not have been looking in the right spot.
How about now?
Again, no.
Get off the GM layer.
I'm not on the GM layer, but I don't want. I don't want to.
That
Right
Into
down
that
here in the
room.
lower right hand,
That?
lower right hand area.
Later on,
Yes.
it won't be.
Yes.
It won't be being
What is that?
style. Just that he's in the GM layer.
Okay.
I'm texting you. 1 second.
I like the
uh,
same Elliot you're growing there, Les. I don't see you in person, so I hadn't seen the caterpillar crawling across your face till just now. Nice.
Looking sleek.
Looking like you're looking like you're gonna take some kids into your office and talk to them about just saying no to drugs.
What? Well, that was going in a weird direction in the beginning there. I wasn't sure I was following.
He means you totally look like a cop.
Or a somebody who totally burned out and now he's doing
and
high
actually,
school
Les,
counseling.
it's not me, it's Storm.
Okay.
I just
Just
looked
to
on.
be clear.
All right. Gotcha. Did you get that?
Yep.
Cool. All right. What does Storm do, if anything? Because Storm hasn't done anything this turn. I mean.
No, Storm's gonna let me know that she saw the little guy.
Okay. Do you say anything to anybody?
Fletcher's the only one close to me. I'm gonna tell Storm to go get it. And then I'll tell Fletcher since he's standing right next to me. Storm sees something visible in the other room, some little bitty demon thing. I just ask her to go get it. Just so he knows what's going on.
Okay. Let's hope that doesn't end well. Let's
But-
hope that does end
All
well.
right.
Sorry.
Okay. Is Storm moving now?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay. That's one move to get there.
Mm-hmm. Then what? What are you gonna do?
We're all waiting.
I can't really see into there.
Here we go.
That dark vision, she should be able to see.
Yeah, let me. Yeah, you should be able to see through Storm's eyes.
Right. I see several things, but are these all Oh. That thing didn't move? Oh, it's not its turn.
It's not its turn.
Oh, okay.
In fact, up until now, it didn't have a turn. So
Yeah, she would have got to right here. And then she's gonna try and grab it.
okay, like grab it.
Yep. I do not have a macro for the CMB, so I've got to look that up and then
Go
it's
toothless.
gonna be against its CMD, which she's gonna run if this thing's got a better CMD than what she can grab.
So
So
it's essentially a grapple check.
yeah.
Okay. She's just gonna try. So it's just like flying around. She's just gonna try and grab it out of the thing.
Yeah. So
And she can see invisible. Yeah.
yep. And so this is against its CMD.
Okay. That's not as tough as I thought it was gonna be. Hold on. This might
No, it's
not
not.
be enough. Where are you, CMD? Here we go. It is
Oh,
not
hang on,
enough.
hang on. No, that was if Illendar did it.
Oh,
Illendar
I was about to say I'm better than that.
That's a big difference in so add two more.
do you want to just roll it again? With
Oh, it's easy. Add 15 to that number.
15?
Yeah.
All right. So Storm slopes over there, reaches out, grabs the well. Storm has claws. All right,
Yeah.
it grabs it out of the sky. So it's a small. It looks like it's a small demon. It's maybe 1.5 feet tall, big bat wings, that kind of stuff. It begins squirming immediately and yelling in abyssal, "Let me out! Let me go! Let me go!" That kind of stuff. It stays invisible.
Right. And she's
So
gonna basically just gonna ask, "What are you doing?"
let me go, and it's like, let me go, let me go. That kind so it stays invisible, but it's like squirming and that kind of stuff. But it hasn't done an offensive action yet,
Nope.
so it hasn't done anything. But yeah,
So it can
so
try and break the grapple on its turn.
yep, it can. All right, so that is Storm. So it's funny, Fletcher. You probably see Storm sort of slither through there, and now Storm's got a claw on something, but you can't see what. Just Fletcher doesn't see invisible, right?
Right now he can. He still has true seeing going.
Oh, okay. So you see that Storm has grabbed, just sloped over there and grabbed out of the sky a small demon, about, like I said, 1.5 feet, maybe 2 feet tall, bat wings, fangs, traditional demon features. And it's squealing in abyssal, for Storm to let me go, that kind of thing.
And like I said, Storm just once she grabs it, she's like, "What are you doing?"
It doesn't say anything substantive. It's
She
just like,
says
let me
that.
go, and it's
Yeah,
squirming.
she says that in Abyssal.
Yep. Yeah, it doesn't respond to that. It's just yelling, let me go, leave me alone, that kind of thing. Fletcher, it is your turn. You've just seen Storm grab this thing. Although you've also see that Flashheart is proceeding away, and a bunch of telepathy is telling you that something's wrong with Gato.
Uh,
I mean, I can see you're torn.
I figure the mages are going to take care of Gato. That's not for me because
You mean
unless they
take
want him killed, I'm not really much help.
you mean take
Ask
care of him?
them. Don't ask
You want to
them.
turn him into a pink mist. I'm your man.
I'm your man for that.
Glad
But,
you are. Chomp, 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 chomp.
and Storm seems to have that under control. But Flashheart, what's going on by you? You said something was coming and nothing came.
Hey, man.
I'm getting
Sometimes you just
impatient.
gotta have patience
That
to
sound is
wait
still
for the thing.
happening. Like it's happening now fairly regularly. I mean, there's pauses, but it's like
There's plenty of monster over here for you, Fletcher. Why don't you come on over here and
something
get in the
down that
fight?
hall is making a shitload of noise. It's
So you can
shaking
go
the
down
whole damn building.
this hall
I'll-
right
I'll let-
here. Sorry, the hall next to us
I'll at
is
least
much
stand in
wider.
front of Illendar, but I'm not seeing nothing.
There's nothing to see there, a pile of bodies. I'm talking about up this hallway here. This hallway here. That's open right here, right, Les? This is broken. This
Yeah, it's
wall's
open.
broken
You can
down.
see there's a
So you could
void
look
there,
right
but it
down this
doesn't
hallway here, but
it doesn't
can't
look
see
like an area that they were using. It looks like it's just a void where the walls go around.
That's what they want you to think.
It could be, yeah. It could be that they want you to think. Here, let me get you on the top there so we can see what the hell you're doing. All right, so
Okay.
you're clipping through there. You look. Do you give me a perception check and look in that void area?
And remember, I've got true seeing too still.
Right. Yeah. So it looks like that this is just generally sorry, I accidentally bonked myself out of Roll20 because I've got a new mouse. I know it's stupid. Okay. So essentially that void area, it looks like exactly how I described it. It's an interstitial area between rooms that you think was unused. Now, you do see from where you're standing, you could probably see this area here, which is another beat down wall. Your guess is at this point that you think that the cultists used the giant cockroach creatures to knock down these walls so they could get into a flank, like a hook position, to come into this hallway and get behind you guys when you guys were fighting here, if that makes sense. Tactically,
Yeah.
they've knocked down a wall, got in the void, moved through, used the cockroach creature to knock down the walls, and then that way they could get in behind you guys and force you to fight on two fronts.
So I can't see anything past about here.
Okay.
Is that's what should be happening? Like it's all black after there.
Yeah, I mean, that's the limit of your dark vision.
Well, no, that's only about 20, 30 feet.
60
Should
feet
be able
is
to
what it
see
says here.
60.
Yeah.
The new
Yeah,
20.
that's not 60. From where I'm sitting now, this is not 60.
Oh, it's 20. Yeah. Okay. So your dark vision is 60 feet?
Yeah.
Okay. Oops. All right. Try
How do you
that
not
on
have
for size.
echolocation now?
Okay.
You have everything else.
Now I
Try,
can see. Thank you.
try that on for size. But yeah, this void.
I
So this
see.
area here that you
What's
see at the
that?
very end of the void, that is, you can't see that. This is
Okay.
like stone. This is unhewn stone wall.
Okay.
Fletcher, it's an evil onion stone
So
wall.
And
it's
that's on the other side of the
it's
wall, and I don't see it.
yeah,
Okay.
it's
Got
blocked.
it.
Correct. Yeah.
It's
Hold on a
supposed to be
second.
blocked. Okay.
It is supposed to be blocked. Hold on a second. I gotta fix this. I don't know why it isn't blocked. It's weird.
It's very pretty.
It's not pretty. There we go.
There we go. Now it's working.
Here we go.
All
Okay,
right.
sorry about that.
I'm still good.
All right, that's it for you. All right.
I will
Well,
mention to Illendar that hey, there's enough room for Storm in here. I think, right? It's a big area.
Mike shrunk.
he shrunk.
Yeah, he lost his beard. He shrunk. I mean, what do you see?
Yeah,
Go to bed, kid.
Go to bed.
that polymorph potion really works.
I think he was supposed to prevent us from asking Alexa to order more M&Ms.
No, Mike already
He's
unplugged
pulled the plug
Alexa,
on it.
yeah. And if
All
he
right.
sent his kid in to stop us from ordering candy, I don't
That's
think
not gonna
that's
work.
effective.
Yeah. The kids
kid
will turn
would-
it back on.
He's
The
yeah,
kid
he's
would
blaming
be
Megan.
like, whatever, order some M&Ms.
All right. That was it for Fletcher Flashheart. What are you doing?
All right,
What'd you
well,
say? Go to bed, kid.
Yeah, go to bed.
good night. All right, so we've been over here working on our spec script for a buddy cop comedy called T-Bone and the Construct. And so it's looking pretty good right now. We're gonna submit that once we get back to Dresden. All right. T-Bone and the Construct. All right. I am going to Leroy Jenkins myself up this hallway.
Okay.
Let's see. 5, 10, 15. And tell me as soon as I see something. How about I meander up
Well,
the
the
hall?
first, I mean, pretty
20.
soon, I mean, you go another 5 or 10 feet and you can see that's in the middle of that hallway, and essentially blocking the hallway is a large rune that's hanging in the air. It's some sort of rune or magical circle. It's vertical though. It's not on the ground. It's vertical and it's blocking the hallway.
All right. Hey, Construct, why don't you get up here and tell me what you think this is? And
Okay.
I'll move here, but no closer if possible until he can come
Gotcha. All right. It'll
up
be a
here.
minute
And then
for
I
his
will
turn.
report this. I will report my findings to the others. And as I think you said before, these are metal brackets. There's no doors on the wall.
There's no
right?
doors. Yeah, no, just the hallway as you
Well, if
are
I was
entering either.
maybe somebody named Vorlesh, maybe I'd throw this in the hallway to slow down my followers, but I guess we'll find out.
It's possible.
Construct, Fletcher, come on up.
All right. That being the case, it is now Gatto's turn.
Yay.
Gatto, what do you do?
How close is this bird to me?
Is sitting on your shoulder, if I recall
No, no,
correctly.
no. When I
Well,
spun
no, it would
around, it
have
would have
flown
obviously
off,
flown up.
but
Oh.
it would be flapping near him.
Okay, I will take a swing at it.
Okay,
Ooh. You gonna flip?
Pay for that later.
you will.
Probably. God damn it.
Would you roll really good, didn't you?
Well, I haven't rolled anything yet, but I don't
Oh,
think I
okay.
can miss it.
See that one, Chuck?
Yeah.
Oop.
Well, the situation all changed. He's attacking my bird.
The bird
Shit,
attacked me
as they
first.
say, has gone awry.
The bird did not attack
Ooh,
you.
that's a pretty solid strike.
The 40 hit.
You're just an asshole.
All right.
Okay. Is it evil?
No. You're evil.
Still wants to
Dumbass.
peck your eyes out, though.
11 points of damage.
Ouch.
Hang on.
Oh, Gatto. Gatto, Gatto, Gatto.
I'm just going to boo her. It attacked me.
It did not, but okay.
He's pleading insanity, apparently.
Yes.
I'm gonna fix it his insanity by drilling his skull out of his head.
All right. Gatto, is that it for you?
Yes.
Verado.
Grotto belays. I'm going to wait until Lothar's gone.
Okay.
I want to see if he can do his voodoo before I.
Minus 11.
All right. Storm. You hear this creature say, Arilo, Arilo, they've captured me. Save me. And then, boop, it disappears. And then all of a sudden, Storm's hand just goes, and it's gone. He's not doing anything of substance. Oh, he might be doing something of substance, though. Oops, not that. No, that's not substance. That's not what I wanted. This is what I wanted. All right, he's going to step. Can you see it? Yeah, he's going to step behind the thing, and he is going to fire. What is he sending? He is going to send. Yeah, he's going to do that.
Yeah.
Suddenly you see something small, like it looks like an insect come flying through the that rune sphere that's going on, that's blocking the thing. It lands at the ground at your feet and explodes into a big pile of spiders, which immediately attack you.
Who?
Flashheart.
Oh, okay.
They
Spiders.
surround
I'm
you. They
concerned for
surround
her.
you and then begin biting you, doing 1d6 points of damage. 1 point of damage, but I do need you to save. I need 2 saves. First, I need a fortitude save, and then I need a will save.
Plus, you still got stone skin, which makes that damage not even break through it.
Does the bird have stone skin?
No,
It has feathers.
it has feathers.
All right. Matt, I need those saving throws. One
I'm
will,
sorry.
one fortitude save. Unless are you immune to poison?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm immune to poison. I gotta
All right.
ask my my paladin in the area, but I'm pretty sure I'm immune to poison.
Yeah.
All right. What you are not
but-
immune is to being covered with spiders and getting the oogies. So I need you to make a will save.
Yeah, I'm getting oogies just hearing about it. All right. All right. I gotta click on my guy to hit the. Otherwise, my saving throws aren't up here on the screen. Okay, there we go. Will save, right?
Yep.
So if I have to jump out of my armor, is that a reflex save? There's
No,
spiders on me.
no. Well, it takes a moment. 20 is fine. You do not get the oogies, but you are covered in spiders.
Why am I
Which
covered in spiders?
because a glurt of spiders came shooting,
Yeah, a bomb of
a
spiders.
spider bomb essentially came shooting through
Spider bomb.
the rune
All right.
thing,
Yeah.
and landed on you. And basically the spiders just exploded outward from this spider bomb
Radiance.
and got onto you.
Time to go full raid mode and put these spiders down. Down, evil fiends.
All right, that is him. Lothar, you are up. And I feel for Gatto. We'll miss you, buddy.
I'm
Are
gonna
you gonna play
come.
some Sarah McLachlan now?
In the arms of Nocticula.
I'm gonna come down to surface level, so that's a 30-foot drop.
Gotcha.
Basically, I'm gonna swoop at Gatto,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna cast Greater Restoration.
Okay.
Needs the rest
Greater
back.
Restoration will now that will if you could cast Greater Restoration on him, that will. I don't think he hits it's a save on that. I don't think you would, but it
There's
will.
no save. There's no save, and there's no spell or excuse me, there is spell resistance.
Do you have spell resistance, Don?
No,
No. Are you saying that or?
I do not.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. All right, then greater
Plus, even with spell resistance, a lot of times you can accept spells.
right, yeah. So in this case, in your insane condition, though, you wouldn't be in a position to just accept a spell. In this case, though, you do not have spell resistance. The spell hits you and drives from your brain the cloudiness and confusion that seemed to reign, and you're suddenly brought back to reality, and you're like, did I just hit a bird?
The first thing you see is horror that I just did.
All right, but you seem to be okay now, and you're desperately trying to tell Lothar that you're sorry about the bird.
I'm very sorry about the bird.
Look at your feet.
What happened to his feet?
It means he's not looking up to get ensorcelled again.
I am looking down at my feet.
Gotcha. All right, Bardos.
Wait,
Where?
no, I
Oh, go
think,
Oh, you want to go now?
yeah, I was just waiting till,
Okay.
till Lothar went.
Yeah, so get out of the way. Well, free yourself or clear yourself from this area, and maybe Bardos can wall it off or something. I don't know.
He has offered to.
There's a wall there, stone wall.
Yeah,
You gotta
sorry.
go, you got to go around
Yeah,
the
I'm
busted
sorry,
out
hang
area.
on a second.
You got to
I
crawl
gotta-
over the giant cockroach.
Gotta get my bearings here.
Yeah, to hell with the giant cockroach.
So I can get to here. I've got a 60-foot move rate, and then I don't know where they all are. So I ask for assistance because they can tell me. But I
Okay.
think they're
Well,
this
you can see
way.
you can see Illendar. And through this doorway, you can probably see Imeslin and potentially Flash Hearts over there. So
Which
yeah,
doorway? Which
there's
doorway?
doorway right here. Oops, right here.
Right there. Okay.
Yeah, it's closed now because I accidentally
'Cause
closed
that's
it.
30, so I've got 30 more. So it's closed, you said?
I opened it back up.
So if I go here, I'm looking for where this big cicada is going to be coming.
Well, according to these guys, I mean, you could hear the giant thrumming now, and it's coming definitely from in that area where Fletcher and Imeslin are.
Okay.
That's what I mean. The noise is coming down that corridor like it's a pipe, like when you go into a tube. Come out of here.
Okay. So if I don't do a double move there, I cannot knock an arrow the way I want to, can I?
You can depends. Yeah, I mean, you could do it as a move equivalent. Where are you putting a
ladybug?
You're putting a
Yep.
ladybug on. Okay.
Yep.
So you get into that hallway and you see a couple of things. The first thing you see is Flashheart seems to be covered with bugs, and he's scraping them off of his armor with radiance, trying to get away from him. Beyond him, you see what looks to be some sort of wall, it's a circular rune in the thing that's just sitting there, and it's blocking the doorway. You can see through it though, and beyond that, you can see another one of those sort of mosquito-looking demons that you guys fought down in the basement. It's there, and it sort of looks like it's cooking up a new spell.
Can I do any kind of a knowledge check that would give me any, like, what would be my best chance of understanding what that rune might be?
Knowledge arcana or knowledge religion might be better if you have either of those.
I do, but it's not very good. Let's see how we do. Can't hurt,
Okay.
right? Maybe I'll get an inkling. An inkling would be helpful.
An inkling. Nope, not for an 11. You don't get an inkling.
I have no inkling what the icon means. Someone please tell me. Does somebody else have an inkling? That's
All right. Bardos. Is he?
Hello?
Looks like I think he froze.
Pretty quiet.
Oh,
I think Bardos may have frozen. We'll give him a minute.
He is a robot, so maybe he's booting.
no, much like all computers, he has updates at the worst possible minute.
Jennifer, is he saying anything to you?
Power just so I think Jennifer's gone too.
Yep.
Gordon texted. He says the power just fled us and not coming back. So we've lost Bardos and
Oh my
Ferrado.
gosh! The darkness
Now.
has taken them.
Now it is time for me to strike.
Ooh.
All right. So so we'll here probably a blown fuse. We are out for the rest of the night, I suspect. Okay.
We still have fuses in this in 2025.
I'll just change the fuse. I'll tell the guys. All right. So you know as
Will
much
you
as
let
I
them know
do.
that I would have found a way? I would have.
The
I
Herald
would've
of
climbed on
Iomine
top
says
of the
that
power
he
pole,
would have found a
dialed in
way.
from
He would have
Zoom.
petitioned both Erastil and Iomidai agree that you should change the fuse and get back in there. All right, so that's Bardo. So Meslin, seeing Flashheart now covered with things. So
Spiders.
Don's not there. I needed to ask him. So can you guys remember what Don's last command to Meslin was? Don, what was your last command to Meslin?
his
Defend
friends.
them, right?
Yeah,
Protect my
protect and
friends.
defend my friends.
All right, so he is going to stomp forward. Boom, 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 boom. Passes Flashheart and runs straight into that rune.
I can't imagine this is going to go well for me.
Gordon says, power company fuse. It takes 5 guys, 2 hours for
Whoa.
one guy to spend 5 minutes fixing it. So, that's a problem. So,
Yeah.
You got to get a Cliff Clavin out there to watch over your shoulder while you're working. Hey, Mammy, you know the ancient Mayans used to have fuses?
Normie's gone.
yeah, you lost.
Rest in peace.
So, let me see here. I just got to.
I was going to tell Gordon I recommend Joe Abercrombie's new book. He was the one that got me into Joe Abercrombie and the first law books. But his new book he just put out called The Devils, great.
Okay, so that's weird. All right, so Meslin hits that rune and is like pushing. Wait a second. Hold on, I got to check something because
Are you going to go to Gordon and Jennifer's house to check it?
no, no. I think it has to. This could be. This could fuckify my. I may have fuckified my own plans.
You just ran your NPC into a big rune in the middle of the hallway. I can't imagine it'll go well for us.
Okay, so in this case, it's this guy. I have to do a quick roll. Sorry, I'm talking to myself. 20 plus 20. Okay, so basically he hits that rune and he's got spell resistance. So his spell resistance is 31. I have to beat a 31. And I did not. So the rune, nothing happens to the rune. He fly. Well, I guess it would be discharged, wouldn't it? Because it tried to get him.
Try to get him, yeah.
Yeah, so it would be gone. So he blows through it. The rune gets disrupted and begins to drop to the ground. The colored lights that were sort of blocking thing drop to the ground. And Meslin comes in
I get
and
credit for that.
huh?
I get credit for that.
And
For disabling the trap.
basically, so he runs forward and let's do this.
He's gonna stomp on that cicada creature.
He's stomping on the cicada creature. So
You get him, Construct. T-Bone appreciates your service.
Okay. All right. Jesus. 2 hits. He's just clouding him with these hits. Okay. 66 plus 17. Okay, hold on. Sorry. Okay.
Sorry, just killed the locust.
Huh? No, he didn't kill him, but he's beating the
Nope.
crap out of him. So that's what he's doing. He just runs through. Wait a second. Gordon just texted again. I was going to cast Wall of Force to block the bugs. All right, when we'll do that, we'll bugs are he? Oh, okay, gotcha. I think he's going to try and get out of there. All right, so that's a Meslin. Ilindar, what are you doing? What are you and Storm doing? Storm, the creature just disappeared. It didn't feel like a teleport, and it didn't sound like it was something that it did. Because you remember it was like a reload, please save me, and then it was gone. So it might be you don't know that it's a teleport
So she was using that to spy on us.
potentially. It would
So
have been a good spy, an invisible closet.
yeah. So Storm's going to communicate that back to me, who will communicate it back to the messages we got going on, so everyone knows that. Yeah, she had at least one invisible spy keeping tabs on us, so there might be others around.
Could be. Several of you can see invisibility. So Storm can.
Bardos can all the time.
Bardos can all the time.
And actually Storm for the rest of this, pretty much the rest of this adventure can, because
Okay.
Fletcher can while he rages.
Fletcher can while he's raging, yeah, I think.
No, I have to cast a spell for that, which I did cast, and it lasts for minutes.
Okay.
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 Yeah, Storms is gonna last for tens of minutes, so it's like an hour and a half.
Yeah, it'll be a while. Anybody else see invisibility as a matter of course? Does Ferrado?
I don't think so.
Who you asking?
Well, that's a good point. Does anybody remember if Ferrado can see invisibility?
Who found Gato when he was knocked out cold in the heist adventure where we got all those coins? Remember he was knocked out cold while we were. Right? Was it Bardos?
Yeah, that
I
was
think it was
Bardos.
Bardos. Yeah.
Yeah. I remember when we had to send somebody into the invisibility realm to go get him.
Okay. All right. So Ilindar, what are you doing?
Yeah, I do it a lot less because of that.
And we now know how much a gold coin weighs versus a silver coin.
So I got some thoughts about that. We only got an hour. We'll talk about it some other time.
At this stage, if the thing disappeared, Storm's coming back up here and heading this way.
Okay.
And I'm just waiting there because I know there's a fight going on around the corner. I can't see what's going on, but I know there's a fight going on.
Well, it's pretty far away. So yeah, I mean, but you would definitely have heard Meslin kind of running down the hallway because he's huge, right? Boom, 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 boom. And then
runs down the hall.
Yeah, he would probably just have that I mean, and he was clouting this guy. It's kind of far away, but yeah, you probably hear him punching the crap out of that demon.
Right.
So you're just gonna hang back?
I'm just waiting here because I'm not sure what's going on with Gato yet.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna wait for
Gotcha. All right. Fletcher.
Okay, so I'm in a wrong room. There's a wall that's separating me from all of that.
Yep. You can see
But
it
I
as a
can't be
black
sure if
line.
this ends here because I haven't moved into there yet.
Correct.
The chance it might go around. I'm going to take that chance.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Seems
So
like I can keep going.
you go in
Huh?
there. You can see there are other things. So this area here that you can see is
Yeah.
it's a blown down wall. It's destroyed. Um,
But it looks like I can move through here, right?
yeah, you can go in back in there.
To here.
Okay. Yeah, as you move around back there, you do not see any outflows.
No, and I don't see any critters either.
Mm-mm. You think
All right.
whatever's
Well,
going
that
on may be on the other side of that stone wall. You can definitely, well, because of the light that it's emitting, you can definitely see that there is another stairway on the other side of that stone wall.
all right, but that was one move, so I'm just going to go back where I was, and unfortunately, that's going to be my turn. So that's
Okay.
a waste of time. At least
Gotcha.
now
All
I
right.
know.
Flashheart, what are you doing about these spiders that are all over you?
I sprinkle a few small pamphlets to the Church of Wyoming Day around in
Okay.
case the spiders are interested. I will stomp them and assist my big construct friend. The thing is they're gone, right?
The
The
symbol.
The big symbol that was sort of standing there is now disrupted and gone. Yeah, it has been
all right.
Emeslin sort of blew through it, and his spell
Uh,
resistance was enough to set it off and destroy it.
I'll tell these spiders, I don't believe in you. You're clearly a mirage. I will disbelieve. And then I'll run over here.
All right, so you're running past Emeslin.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be his wingman here as he
The chittering, the locust-like chittering is so loud in here that it's almost deafening. You can barely hear yourself think. If there was, you're screaming at him. If you say anything to a Meslin, like "I'm here to help you," you're just screaming at the top of your lungs and you can't
Okay.
hear anything.
But I do have psychic connection with my pals, right? So I can just
Oh
tell
yeah,
them, I see the stairs down.
yep, those are the stairs down.
Okay, so and then I will I ran up here so I can think I can clap this guy one time.
Yeah, absolutely. You
Like
get
the
one shot at him.
Fugees. One
Yep.
time. Okay.
Hey, Gordon's back. What happened?
No idea. Power went out for like 5 minutes and then it came back on. I've never
Woo!
seen that
Welcome
before.
back.
Very strange.
You guys are saved.
We are back though.
Awesome.
Out
All
of
right,
the dark ages.
Flashheart, give us a strike.
Strike already. Strike. There we go.
41 to hit. That's a hit. Is that
That's a crit chance.
is
That's
that a crit chance? What's the confirm?
18.
Is it 35? Hold on, let me check. For flip's sake. That is a confirmed crit. You want the chart or the damage?
No,
Take
I
the
want
damage.
Chart.
Have you thought about
Chart.
taking the damage? I mean, damage is good.
I'm a chart man from way back, sir.
All right. Okay. I love these. I love these. So there's 3 sets of charts, like light, moderate, and severe. Once you guys have gotten to a certain level, they're all severe crits. I just press the severe button. This one
Next
says
time one of you guys fall down the stairs or hurt yourself in some way, think, did I just do triple damage myself, or did I roll on the chart?
Did I roll a fumble? Yeah.
Yeah.
Crushed Intestines is the name of this one. Target suffers max plus bonus and 1d2 con bleed.
Oh.
So that's bad. All right. So max in this case, our max was 44 plus bonus. So max plus bonus. I'm sorry. Max damage is 44 because you did it before on your previous crit. And then bonus damage would be 31 plus 10, so another 41. So that's 85.
Nice.
Roll a two-sided.
85 points of damage, and I need you to roll a 2-sided. So 85. Let's take that off, as Radiance seems to be doing her best to ruin the DM's day. Okay.
That'll be
2 points of con dam. So that is another set of hit points.
That was a D4, by the way. I didn't know how to roll
So
a D4.
that
Yeah,
is an.
Oh, it would be 1 then.
Yeah.
Oh,
Was it
right. Okay.
Yeah,
four? So
1.
1 to 2 is 1, 3
Yeah,
to
it would be
Gotcha.
a 1.
Is it? Yeah, okay. It's just that the collar root is there, the yellow root. All right, so
Yep.
yeah, huge clout as you slash open this demon's creature's abdomen, and his guts start to spill out. And there's with one of his many hands, he sends a hand down there to try and hold his guts in. So he loses one of his attacks, his physical attacks, one of his talons, as they are holding in the guts that are trying to leak out around his clawed talons.
Radiance is
Nice.
singing T-Bone, T-Bone.
T-Bone has done it again. Gatto, you are sane.
Okay, before I go, we should go back to Gordon and let him cast that wall thing to block off
Yeah,
the.
what
That's right.
happened
He
to you
didn't get a
now that you're
chance. So
sane?
Gordon, we'll go back to Gordon now that he's back. Go ahead. You sent me a text. You wanted to cast a wall of force. Where are you casting it?
I'm going to just back out of that triangle and cast it in the and from hang on,
Here to here.
from there,
Like a
somewhere.
roof?
Like a wall blocking.
Oh, like a wall. Okay, gotcha. All right. Let's see. That's not one.
Let me get my character sheet open again here.
Let's
Uh-oh.
see. So I've got the token spells, but they don't have wall of force. It's weird. Oh, here we go. This is a cool one. All right.
Great, my Excel file's corrupted.
No shit. Oh, mine's are too. Oh man.
All right. Wall of force.
Wow.
And it goes. How high does it go into the air?
Great
Hang on.
guess.
I mean, does it seal that whole place off?
Hang on a second.
I can't spell wall of force. It's driving me crazy.
It's 10 foot square per level, so 10 by, I think we're 18th level now.
Okay, so if you're blocking it off, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 15, 35 feet. I'm going to say 35 feet up in the air. It blocks it off and upwards to 35.
18, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Oh, there's more than that. Oh, but they're 10 by 10s.
Yeah, 10.
And you have 18 essentially 10 by 10 squares.
Right. And you said it's 4 across or 5
Oh,
across?
5 across. So
5
yeah,
across,
you're
so
squeezing
high.
them, so it's
So it's
double.
30.
So it's 70 feet.
Oh, yep, 70 feet.
70 feet up. Yeah. Oh man, it's almost to the end of the. Yeah, you've essentially blocked off all but the topmost 5 feet of the thing. You've sealed it up. That's pretty cool. That is a pretty cool use of that spell. Well done. All
Does that
right.
mean it's not visible either? Does that mean you can't see it either?
I think you can see through a wall of force. Hold on. Invisible wall of pure force. Yeah, you can see through it. It's invisible.
But it doesn't have the same power, even though you can see it. It can't.
Yeah, no, the things they're beginning to swoop down, but yeah, so in this case, yeah, the magic would largely be it says breath weapons and spells cannot pass through a wall of force in either direction. So the spells can't hurt you.
Righteous.
Well done, Bardos. That's a clutch spell right there. All right, you cast a spell, you do anything else?
I moved to get out of the area, so that's all I can do.
Okay, you're scooching out of there. All right, cool. All right, now we're back to Lord Gatto of the
I've come to
Gartarians.
my senses. I am horrified that I attacked
An
Astrid.
innocent bird.
I noticed a wound on my hand.
Who did that?
Vaguely remember that I did it to myself. Tell Lothar, I confess to Lothar, I am deeply sorry. I was not myself. Thank you very much for healing me. What's going on? Because I wasn't really paying attention during the last few rounds. I mean, I was, but Gato was not. So that's basically what I do. I just ask, apologize and then ask what's going on.
Ask for forgiveness.
Pretty much the same thing you do every game night.
Nice.
2-0. Ask for
Wow.
forgiveness later.
All right, that is Gatto begging forgiveness from Lothar, who is in a unique position of being able to destroy him immediately. The other guy is
Or he
going
could be
to
kind for a
attack.
change.
So I'm looking at who did the most damage, and it's Flashheart. Flashheart did the most damage to this guy with Radiance. So he is going to attack you. Now, one of his talons is busy, but he is going to attack because he's out of shit that he can really do. Well, okay, so oh, that's the beginning.
Non-bug chump. What do you got?
He's gonna attack. Yeah. So 5
Holy
attacks
crap.
at plus 31.
Yeah, I can see past the stairs now. I'm very scared.
So this guy is no slouch. He's like, look, Harold, you've Iomaed your last day.
You missed a little intestine there. You might want to get that before you step on it.
Boo.
All right. Well, it's
Pretty
not
good.
vicious. It's not vicious. It's not green. It's not Mean Lantern worthy, but it's still pretty good. All right. So first is the claws. 1, 41, and 2, 48.
Yeah, 41
Now,
misses, 48 hits.
now the talons. 1,
Oh, that
2,
hits. That
3.
misses.
All right.
That hits.
All right. So
Ow.
2 regular
Okay,
hits,
I take it
but
back.
potential crit. 47 hit you?
Yes.
That is a confirmed crit. We're
Ouch.
trading crits today.
No.
So let's do
Oh.
all right. So it was 1 claw that hit. So let's do that now.
Harold down. Harold down. All right. What do you got?
He's not down yet. Don't be a baby. Come on. That's no way for the Herald Act. 16 points from the claw, and then the single talon, the non-crit talon, did another 17, so 23 total. And then now I'm going to go to the chart. And that is a natural attack. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Sucking chest wound, it says.
Oh,
Max damage, and you are exhausted. Let's see what that does.
Sucks.
come on, magic armor. You're supposed to be better than sucking chest wounds.
Conditions exhausted. Exhausted is a bad one.
I'm
Exhausted.
over
The
50.
exhausted
I'm
character.
exhausted all the time, Les.
Half speed, no charge, -6 penalty to strength and dex. You need an hour of complete rest to become fatigued.
That's how I live my life now.
All right, so you are, and the max on that would be another 18 points of damage. So 18 more points of damage, and you get the exhausted condition. That's
So
bad.
is that
That's
only?
bad.
Can I heal myself? I guess, or
Well, are you? Oh shit, are you immune to exhaustion?
no?
You
I'm
might
not
be
immune to
immune.
exhaustion.
I hope
I
not.
don't.
But
No, I don't. Well, wait, sorry. What was 155 minus 18? 55 minus 18. Sorry, is 137. I don't think I'm immune to exhaust. I'd have to look that up, but
I don't think he is.
so yellow is the color of exhaustion, and hold on, let me make sure I got that because I don't know if you'll get fixed before the evening. Whoops. Okay. Yeah, so it's -6 on everything practically. So let me double check that again. 1 second. Yeah. So half speed movement, -6 penalty to strength and dex. So your AC comes down, your attack bonuses come down. You need a thing. I think also since it's a double it's sort of like you go from fatigued to exhausted and then exhausted to fatigued and back into normal. I think you need double restoration. You need to be able to restore any condition. I think only greater can do that. I think you would
I
need
don't think
2
I
regular
don't know if I have
restoration.
restoration. I know I
What
have
conditions?
healing.
What conditions does your mercy have?
Rest mercy? You mean radiance?
When you lay on hands, you also
Oh,
perform certain mercies.
Yeah, what
my-
mercies do you have?
It was nauseated and sickened, I think, right? Let me.
That won't help you.
Yeah, pretty sure it was nauseated and sickened.
Okay.
Weird.
Oh, wait. You are at 12th level. Yeah, exhausted is one of them. At 9th level, Paladin adds the following mercies to the list of those that can be you to be selected.
But he selected nauseated.
He's expected nauseated.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you're exhausted.
All right.
That could hurt you.
Hey, T-Bone's gonna lay down for a minute here. Why don't you go
For
on
1
chest
hour.
check-in? As I'm contemplating my second chest wound, I will let them know that the biggest bug I've ever seen is down this hallway.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Lothar.
Hey, Lothar, our paladin might need some assistance.
You should have 5 mercies by this time.
Yeah, I don't think I've taken all 5 mercies. I think I have 3 on my thing.
I think one's going to be exhausted.
Okay. Retconning. Oh, I am a day. Calling in real quick.
I'm ready to choose now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Press
move.
1 to speak to an operator. Press 2.
Yeah, you should have 5 mercies by now.
I'm going to move here
Okay.
and through message.
1, 2, 3,
Let the
4,
people who are in this room know
6 mercies by now.
that we
Really?
need to go up to help Lothar. Or up to help Flashheart.
Okay. All right, so you're skedaddling out of there?
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right. Double move, I assume?
Actually, no, that was just 60 feet.
You could probably get close to Ferrado.
Okay. Well, I gotta find the doorway to let me move my character.
It's this one. There
Matt, you get 1 every 3 levels. You're 18th level, so you should have 6 mercies right now.
Yeah, I don't think I took any after level 9.
Okay, I'm gonna do a double move to here.
Okay.
Thanks. I got 3 more mercies.
Try to get up where I can help Flashheart.
Okay. You could see the spiders are sort of like fiddling around in there, moving backwards into the room. And you see Flashheart and a Melzen, but you get there just in time to see Flashheart sort of stagger backward as he's like breathing hard, and he looks grievously injured as the demon takes a good whack at him.
All right. Yeah, I only
Yeah.
have 3 on my list here.
Matt, your 3 additional ones, I would choose paralyzed, cursed, and exhausted.
You say thirst?
Cursed.
Paralyzed,
Cursed. Oh yeah, cursed.
cursed,
Okay. Yeah, that
and
makes sense.
exhausted.
I curse you.
You
All
could
right.
automatically just remove curse, then you don't have to worry about a spell or anything like that.
Cool. All right, Lothar, that's it for you. Yes.
Yeah, I think so.
All right.
That's it for me, just movement, double movement. But
Ferrato.
I'm gonna
Okay.
tell the people where I came from that we're going to help Flashheart. It seems like where he's going is a more promising place.
Okay.
So Les, are you comfortable with me
Yeah,
taking
if you want to retcon it, you won't be able to do it to mercy yourself until next round. But
I'm gonna hold my sucking chest wound and be like, ha, ways out, and then and then strike out.
all right, Ferrado, you're up.
Yep, let's throw some arrows at this thing, see what we can do. We've got the ladybug in one of the first ones, so let's start with a bang.
you've got a ladybug. So who are you shooting?
Well, I thought I'd shoot Flashheart and put him out of his misery.
That's probably the best.
Yeah, it's kind of an insect anyway. No,
All right,
let's go for the guy behind
The
him.
demon.
Yeah, let's go
Can't
for the
keep
demon.
T-Bone down.
All right, now before you start firing, because of Imelzen and Flashheart, they've got partial cover, so you're at 20% miss chance.
I got a precise shot, so.
Oh, never mind then.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Ready?
I'm ready.
You're lucky. Oh.
Jesus Christ, 50. All right, so
Oh.
and the first one was the ladybug, right?
Yep.
Okay, so that's 3 hits.
Okay, and let's roll this one. Whoa!
There's another one. Is 19 a potential crit? You got keen, right?
I have keen. It
So
is. Well, this is going to be fun.
So that's a potential crit. You could be acing this dude, and that's another hit. All right,
Woo!
so all of them hit. You've got 1 ladybug and 1 potential crit. You want to roll the crit chance right now, the 31.
Okay.
See if that confirms.
Start that. Oh,
42.
yes.
That's a hit. So that is a confirmed crit. All right. So you've got 1, 2, 3 regular arrows. Let's do that first. We'll just tally them up.
Regular arrows are going to be 2, 4, 8, 12. Wow, that's kind of fun. Plus. Bam.
Sheesh. Okay. So 102. And then a ladybug, which means I have to make a fortitude save.
Yeah, I'm looking her up right now. 100%, 100 damage if unable to beat the DC of, wait for it, 25. If you beat
DC
it, it's half damage.
25 DC, and that's a fort save or a will save?
It just says DC of 25. Does not say fort save.
Okay.
That was just the information I had.
Gotcha. I think it's a fort save. It's a fortitude save. So let me roll that. And it's DC 25, you say?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. 19. He did not make it. So that's how many?
100.
100 points of damage plus weapon damage.
So we will take that down to
28. So that's 128. And then you have a confirmed crit. Do you want damage or do you want the
max damage? Let's just do max damage.
All right, so this is tripled, correct?
For a bow, I believe it is.
Yes.
Yeah, I believe it's triple. All right, so go for it.
That's going to be,
Yeah, just take it.
It'd be 6 d6 plus. Now, is that the add-on or just the die you roll? Is it triple? Yeah, it's the add-on too, right?
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay. 88.
88 points. All right, so according to my calculations, that is
230 plus 88. 230 plus 88.
Times 3.
No, that is
Oh.
The
that is
88's the
No.
88's times 3.
I rolled it. I did it times 3. 66 plus 66 it would have normally been.
I have 318. Does that sound correct?
Right. 102 plus 128.
It is thrown backward by the force of these arrows and slung backward. It lets out a scream and then slowly it says, "Arilu, my lord, I have done my best," and dies with arrows protruding from all of it.
Nice.
It goes down.
Awesome. I'm gonna message our little psychic link to Gatto and say, Gatto, have your buddy get Flashheart out of there. Because he's there, he can carry him out, I'm assuming. He's big enough, strong enough.
So with his mercies, he can eject the exhaustion away from himself.
Oh, okay. Then I don't need to worry.
I'm just putting that out there. You guys can still drag him out if you want to, but
no, I'll leave it be. I didn't know he could. I was listening to that, but I never heard a final. Okay, that's it. I'm done.
All right, 1 second.
I'll let everybody know the one's down, but the big one's coming.
Me roll that. All right. Oops. Nope, that's wrong. There we go. Okay. So he is going to be where? Nope. He's down here. That's troublesome. Okay. All right. That was it for you, Ferrado. I think that's quite enough for one round.
Yeah.
And it is now Bardo's turn.
I'll send a prayer up to Erastil to say thank you for the ladybugs.
Gatto, you okay now?
Yeah.
Nice work,
Yeah.
Corrado.
Just tell
Feeling better.
I got better.
Just tell Lothar I'm sorry.
Cicada
Lothar's
is-
not.
Oh,
Lothar's not the one you need to apologize to.
Well, if
He's
somebody
right
tells
there.
me that, I apologize to Astrid.
Yeah, crows are not known for their forgiveness.
Okay, I'm just gonna go. I gotta do like a double move to get in. I'll probably stop by Ilendar and
Okay, so you're running up there by Ilendar
yeah.
as you catch up. Is that all the people out of the altar room?
Well, I'm still in there, but I'm leaving.
Okay, gotcha. All right. Meslin is going to. All right. So Meslin, seeing Flashheart grievously injured, steps forward and interposes itself between the giant bug guy and Flashheart, and says, "You shall do no more harm to the Herald of Iomade, not this day and not ever." And then sort of was
Kill him,
like,
constantly.
so he does that. Ilendar, what do you do?
I go harm Flashheart.
Okay. Shit, I'm in the wrong position, says Meslin.
No, guess Bartos comes up. We'll just catch up, talk about what he did with Scotto and what I did with the little
Hey, that was crazy, wasn't it?
little spy.
But yeah, how you doing?
How's it been? I guess I'm just going to prepare to start going down the hallway where everyone else is going. But
Okay.
and Storm's just going to hang out here and bring up the rear.
All right, I'm gonna get rid of some of the crap here.
Well,
All right, there you go. Shit, that should be easier to see.
No, we want Gatto to stay with us.
there's a big cicada you can get rid of too.
different crap. He's getting rid of different crap.
All right, so Ilendar, you're just hanging back. Storm's just coming up and sort of defending you, and that's about it, right?
Yep.
All right, Fletcher.
I guess I'm gonna try to cover Flashheart's retreat.
Oh,
What am I retreating from?
Well, you're almost dead. Don't you need to back up?
He's feeling froggy now.
Well, I might need to back up a little bit, yes, but it's the -6 to all my stats. It's no fun part.
Yes.
Oh, so you're
So
not feeling.
let's just say we're retiring you from this battle until you get better healed.
Less so that you said I need double restoration. Is that what you said?
No,
Well,
you can use
with
a mercy and
mercy,
get
though,
rid
you
of
can
his
use a
dice.
mercy
right,
on
right,
yourself. Yeah, now
you
that
Right,
I've
touch
got it.
yourself, heal yourself. You're not exhausted.
You're still going to be
Les, is that-
damaged,
But you'll
You're
still be
not
damaged.
paralyzed.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
no.
but you're not exhausted anymore.
Well, he also gets hit points back.
Yeah, it's a lay on hands, essentially.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Need that
All
for
right.
my real life, so I'm not exhausted.
Les, is the ceiling in here high?
It is, but it's more cave-like as you look inside. It's much. It's like a big cave, and as you enter the sort of doorway, you can see what looks to be an immense insect, 50 feet
Oh,
long.
it looks kind of nice.
No,
It looks
cicadas are the
friendly.
grossest of all insects.
He's
And
Is
so
that why
big.
you chose a cicada? Because it's the
Yes.
grossest of all insects.
Yeah,
I love a cicada. They're
the
so
This
gross,
bug
the
is so-
grossest, and the friendliest.
Oh, friendly, very. Yeah. They'll bump
Yeah, they'll
right
come
into
right
you.
at you.
wondered
This-
about that.
This bug is so big, Gato can crawl down its intestines.
How
Poop
big is it?
All right, so you're sort of sidling along that wall.
I want to make sure I'm in position to possibly charge the bug if I need to.
Okay.
Going over the mezzanine if needed.
Okay. So, what? You mean like leaping over? Oh, I know what you're thinking about doing. That
Well, I
weird,
can fly
that weird
over,
flying
yeah.
pounce that you do. Okay. Flashheart, what do you do?
I'm going to use my mercy to get rid of exhausted.
That's a
Okay.
swift action.
Okay,
So you
as a
you
swift
heal
action.
yourself 9d6
Yeah, you're going to lay on hands.
because it's 1d6 for every 2 levels.
And I'm rolling that right now.
And then you're no longer sickened, fatigued, paralyzed, all the other things we chose. So
Yeah.
1 second, I'm just getting my 96 ready.
He's gonna take his Red Bull.
I've got wings.
There you go.
so 35 hit
35.
points back.
I will take it.
Okay.
Mark off 1 lay on hands.
Yeah, I was trying to hold on as much as possible, but that
It
seemed
was
like a good time
very,
to
but
use
that
it.
was very useful.
Yes, that was
Yeah,
very
it was.
useful.
Very useful. Ruined a lot of my plans. That's okay.
Okay. I'm gonna stand here for a second longer. So you go get him, Fletcher.
You gotta Fletcher while I get a
I
quick
assumed
breath.
that it was a swift action for the mercy, but I still had to lay on hands. That's an action, right? So.
Yep.
No.
Am I
Okay.
right?
All right.
I don't think so.
Is it is the lay on hands a swift action?
Lay on hands on
The
yourself.
swift action.
Is a
You
swift
still
action.
have a-
It is.
And the
Well,
mercy goes with it.
yes.
All right.
All
Yep.
the mercies go with it.
Well, you know what that means, don't you?
You can pounce.
Leroy
He doesn't
Jenkins!
pounce.
So you're running in there towards the thing. All right, a couple of things are going to happen. One, well, yeah. So it gets
Caught you by surprise, didn't it? You never thought Flash I would do this.
Well,
Like a
what it-
professional
You're
wrestler.
flat-footed.
Well, what it has is it has reach, which means that as you charge through, it's going to get an attack of opportunity. It's going to try and hit you with its stinger. The stinger comes whipping around and tries to
scorpion?
chalk you. Well, no,
Cicadas have
it's
stingers, guys.
they do now they do. They
No.
always I
Thank
always
you.
suspected they did, but
No, actually, cicadas cannot damage you in any way. But this is not a normal cicada.
it is not. It's a demonic cicada.
The demon
Yes.
cicada.
All right, and it rolls a natural 20. Let's see if we can confirm that crit. Ooh,
This
and I
one
think
has
I
a
did.
stinger.
So
Oh,
a crit sting. So the stinger nabs you as you're charging up. So you may not get close enough. So first things first, let's go ahead. Oh, he's gonna do the chart on that.
no, you don't want the chart. No, only cool
I
kids get to use the
love
chart.
the chart. Ooh, shit. Pinned arm. So yeah, okay. So target suffers max plus bonus and one arm becomes immobile. All right. So first of all, I don't think you're going to make it to him. You're going to get about halfway before he stings you. So
A big ass stinger.
yeah,
A 30-foot stinger.
it's a 30-foot stinger.
The cicada scorpion. Scorcada.
So he does the Scorcada. So he stings you. So max plus bonus. So the max damage on this is 2d6, 12 plus 23. So that is 40 points of damage plus bonus. So it's 2d6 plus, what did we say? What was it? I don't know.
You said 46
20
points of damage?
40 points to start.
Okay.
So 30
And-
would minus the
And
well,
then another
okay.
26. So
So
66
it's
Oh,
points
minus
of
the
30
damage.
minus the
bark skin. Bark skin.
bark skin minus 5 because at this level. Hold on. Oh, okay, never mind.
It's all the same attack. So in this
Well,
case,
he's got DR5 slash evil, but it is evil, so he bypasses the DR.
it's chaotic neutral. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, so 5 more points.
No, it's
to-
evil. It's evil.
Actually, doesn't it have to be like classified as evil? 'Cause-
Cicadas start out evil. I gave this one a stinger, so it's I mean, it's double evil. So it's definitely evil.
But it has to say the attack is classified as evil because, like for instance, Illidan's is a good guy,
Oh, yeah,
but
that's
doesn't
true.
all of his attacks are good. He actually has to get the good indicator.
Oh, in this case, then it's just a regular natural attack.
Yeah, so you got 5 DR then. So you take 40 minus 15, so you're taking 25.
Okay.
All right, 25 points of damage off of that. Is there any of that bark skin left?
I still have 30 points of bark skin left.
You guys are working that bark skin hard.
Or stone skin, right?
All right,
Yeah.
I need and it has and it's
The stone
poisonous.
skin.
So I
Okay.
need a fortitude save against the poison. And
I'm
shit,
not
you're
poisoned.
immune
I
to
can't-
poison. Oh God, I hate you.
Hey,
This was really
construct,
tough.
it
This
changed
is
my
really tough
mind. Get up
poison,
here.
too. I changed my mind. Get up here. All right.
T-Bone's exhausted again. Get up here.
T-bone. Why no T-bone? All right. So you didn't get close enough. Oh, so here's the juicy bit. So I'm assuming, for lack of thing, so at this point, what handed are you? So I guess my
I'm gonna
question is,
say
what hand is Radiance in?
yeah, I'm gonna say I'm a lefty. So
You're a lefty southpaw with Radiance. I thought that
yeah.
Heralds weren't allowed to be that because Le Sinister. But okay, so you're a lefty. So it pins one. It has pinned you. Is rendered immobile one of your arms. So in this case, we're going to say I want you to roll high or low, and high or whatever you pick is the pinned arm, right? So if you take high and you roll high, then it's your right arm is immobile, your non-weapon hand. But if you pick high and you roll low, your weapon arm is immobile and you drop radiance.
All right, let's make sure I understand the rules here. Either I roll. I'm gonna say high.
So you want to
And
roll high then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I rolled low.
All right. This stinger hits you in your left arm. Whacking the crap out, doing massive damage, whacking the crap out of your nerves, and rendering your arm immobile. So you cannot use your left arm at this point. Radiance, with a sad song,
Wah,
drops to the
wah.
ground, ding, 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 and falls to the ground. So your weapon is on the ground, Radiance is on the ground, and you cannot move your left arm.
Radiance, you're a smart sword. Aren't you supposed to be able to get up and fight on without me?
The stinger retracts and prepares for another attack.
Okay. I don't like that attack.
Ooh.
Somebody else get up here. Fletcher.
All right.
This cicada was talking bad about your mom.
All right. Sorry, hold on.
Might need some healing, Lothar.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's Gatto's turn.
I'm gonna stop calling out Leroy Jenkins when I do something stupid there because it's really not paying off for me.
Leroy Jenkins.
You didn't even get some chicken.
Nope. Didn't even get some.
I
chicken.
moved twice and got to here.
All right, where you at? Where'd you go? What? Oh, I see it. Okay. All right, you are there. Double move. All right.
I know
It is the
Ferrato's
creature's
gonna pierce this thing with about 30 arrows.
Oh, actually, hold on. That was a single move.
Okay. Hold that thought. I'll be right back.
Astrid, go for the eyes. Go for the eyes, Astrid.
Astrid goes for Gatto's eyes. What do you want?
No.
We've been waiting to this moment. The strike.
She's a crow. She's angry at the fucker that swung at her.
Crows have a long memory, man.
Yes.
They do.
Always be nice to the crows.
I don't think
There's a-
she's who you want to call on at this point.
There's a Dunkin' Donut right by our house that they built that for some reason, as you go into the drive-through, they put the dumpster right there in their little fenced off area, and there's like turkey buzzards or and crows just stand on it watching you as you're trying to get your food. Like one day you'll be ours.
Who thought that far?
Enjoy your cholesterol burger.
Right? And actually, I'm sorry. Astrid is a raven.
Oh well, nevermore.
All right.
Yes, nevermore.
Okay.
Just like
That's-
crows, but bigger and with more attitude.
All right. So it is going to. All right. So reach is. So it is going to. All right. So it's going to do a couple of things. So it can do that as a free action. That's cool. All right. So so it is within 20 feet of you. So its claws reach out and attack. Well, just one claw because it's no, because it's going to do the other thing. All right. So it sees this guy here, and it basically you see its mouth parts start to move, and all of a sudden a big squirt of crap comes shooting out of its mouth and blasts into there.
Ew.
So this is a power called Spit,
Oh shit.
which it can do as a free action. A high pressure jet of horrible saliva that deals 10d6 points of all creatures in the thing. DC 30 Fortitude halves the damage and negates the stun. So it basically squirts a high pressure jet of horrifying saliva directly at. Well, so in this case, it's shooting it at Imelzen.
Okay.
So Imelzen needs to make a DC 30
Does
Fortitude
it go
save.
over my
Is it
head? Or am I in
yeah,
the
yeah,
stream?
you're well, it's basically he wants to eat you. He's shooting to get rid of the other guy.
Okay, great.
So fort save. Oof, this might not be as good. He could do better. All right, so it's a DC 30. Here comes the fort save. Did not make it. So he takes. Wow, he may have died in your. Well, I don't know. Maybe he hasn't died.
How valiant, though, that he stood between you to protect you. What he
So
tried earlier.
So he takes, boom, 37 points of damage, and he is stunned. He is knocked over. Oh, that's not going to be. It's not going to kill him. And he is blown backwards. Give me a quick dexterity check, Don, or reflex save. As the creature goes, as the Imelzen goes flying backwards towards you. And he is stunned for 1 round.
Buck's gone.
Did they try and order?
37. Okay, you are good. You dodge out of the way, but Imelzen is knocked backwards, and there's a huge pool of this horrible saliva all over the floor. Next, it is going to, since he did that, he is going to attack Flashheart.
That wasn't a standard action?
No, that was a free action.
Wow. Okay.
But it's got a reload. So he is going to use. Is he? Yeah, he's close enough to use. I don't know which one I like better. They're all the same. So he's going to attack you with a single claw. One of these like talons. He just reaches out and he's going to try. Actually, he's going to try. He's going to sort of swat you away with the claw.
Me?
So yeah, you.
What?
47 hit you?
Yes.
Bam. Okay, so you take
Crit or fail?
that's not 10's not a crit.
Not crit. Yeah. Okay.
All
Sorry,
right, so
I meant
34
critical
points of
fumble.
damage, and you are he gets plus another D6. So 34 plus 3 is 7. That's due to his power surge. And he hits you and knocks you sideways, D6 times 10. 30 feet sideways. So the blow came from left to right. So you are knocked into the stairs and knocked prone.
Dum, 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 dum.
Yeah, no, you don't go.
Wow.
Oh, I
You don't.
moved the stairs. Sorry, I moved the stairs less.
You don't go down the stairs. You're knocked into the stairs. Into
I
like
thought you were
the.
gonna throw me down the stairs. Like, I
You're
saw
like
this movie.
you're like right there and knocked prone, and you're lying there. So you're now prone.
I was gonna reference the movie "I'm Gonna Get You, Sucker," where they keep throwing themselves down the stairs. We know which way to go. We know, and they, so the bad guys don't throw them down the stairs. They throw themselves down the stairs.
Hilarious.
All right. I think that's he attacked. He can do a 5-foot move. He doesn't care to though. He's fine. He's fine right where he's at.
Hey, Construct, you're not doing a good job defending me up here.
Construct almost flattened Gatto. And he's stunned.
It's gonna go on your yearly review.
So he doesn't even hear your insult.
Yeah. All right, Lothar, you're up.
Let's see. I can
just
move.
sounded- You just heard a sound that sounded like Flashheart hitting a bunch of metal bars.
Oh,
I
and you
can
said
move
30 points of damage, right, Les? What you said?
37, please.
Okay, 37 minus the 10.
I can move
That-
60.
Okay.
And then from the looks of people around here, I'm going to burst, or I'm going to channel energy.
Okay.
For 28 points of healing
Nice.
and the ability to re-roll a single attack, take the better result on a single attack roll, skill check, or saving throw within the next 4 rounds.
Okay.
Nice, thank you. That's
Hang on
clutch.
to at least
Thank you,
one of
sir.
those whenever we do the ritual.
What's that?
You need to hang on to at least one of those for when we do the ritual.
The
Okay, did
burst,
you
so we get the 4. So we get the bonus reroll.
Re-roll. Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
It doesn't
I've
cure
got-
stun though, does it? It doesn't unstun people, your burst, right?
No,
Okay.
it heals them, and it gives them a chance on an extra channel of fate. Gives them a chance to roll extra, and if
Is
they
that-
screw something up.
Gotcha. Okay.
Is that your purple? Is that your
That's-
purple radius?
No, that's the black.
Does it hit Verado? I don't think it does.
Where's
Uh,
Ferrata? No,
Yeah.
you're still too far away.
No,
It's
it
just-
doesn't.
Okay.
It doesn't hit
Just check.
Verado.
No, you hit the right people. I'm not complaining. I was just making sure.
Yeah, it hit all the injured people, but
Sure, absolutely. I'm slightly injured, barely.
I'm feeling much better.
All right. I imagine Flashheart's feeling a little better too. All right. Speaking of Ferrado, you're up.
Okie dokie. I think that with a 5-foot step, unless you disagree with me,
Hmm.
I can get a line of sight on this creature. Thread the needle.
Okay. What's your range increment on that bow?
Oh, a bajillion. Hang on.
Longbow, it's 110.
Hey,
yeah.
you're on the left side of me. Go on the right side of me. 110.
All right. Is that still one in range increment? Yeah, I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Yep. That's. I mean, yeah, you can hit her.
Barely. I know, it's barely. Okay, you're willing to give it to me?
I'm good. Yeah, absolutely.
All right, let's do it. More arrows, and I have loaded another ladybug.
You loaded another ladybug. All right. Rastal's gifts flying down range.
Okay, let's do some rerolls. So, 1.
Miss.
That's the damn ladybug.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. 2. Miss.
Miss.
Damn,
What?
got them all last time, didn't I? Oh,
Oh my
That is a
God.
miss.
Gosh,
bones. There we go. Last
45 is a hit.
that's a potential crit too.
Potential crit. So, and that's your last one. So,
one. So I need to re-roll it.
If
Yep. With that 26, yeah.
you've been hit with the thing,
Ooh.
Ooh, that is a confirmed crit. So one
right.
hit for triple damage.
Okay, so triple damage is going to be 4 times 3. It's 12. 6.
115 points.
I'll take it happily.
That's a
Yeah.
lot. That's a fair amount for one arrow.
Yeah, I'm down to 3. I am keeping track of my ladybugs. I got 3 left. That was 4, down to 3.
That's you do 12d6 per arrow?
So it's
oh, it's triple.
Oh, triple.
Triple.
Never mind.
and it's because they're evil, it's double that. So it's 2d6,
Gotcha.
but then it's 4d6.
Rastal's arrows flying from the bow of Ferrado. All right, so that's Ferrado. I don't think you can do anything more
Nope.
than that.
I'm done.
Bardos.
Wow, barely moved that bar. That's crazy. Strong cicada.
Yeah, it's big, is what it is. It's just huge. It came crawling out of that crevice.
I'm gonna just do a double move less.
Okay, where are you getting to?
Somewhere in there, roughly.
All right. Sounds good. Sounds good. Line of fire. Meslin is stunned. Now he's unstunned, but he's still prone. He begins levering himself up off the ground. Ilindar, what do you do?
Gonna do a double move. And then,
Okay.
oh, dang it. And then Storm's doing the same thing.
Okay.
Oh, here comes our other hero.
All right. Now is the time for interesting things. So now, Fletcher,
Yeah, interesting things.
what is your plan?
Oh, I know. Pick me. Pick me.
This is a new round. This is a new round too, so that stinger is just ready for you to start
I
charging.
know that's so Fletcher's not raging, so he's not stupid in this.
He has to
moment.
recharge.
You know,
Yeah,
it can
well, it's
get
a
you
new
into
round. He
rage.
did recharge.
You could go into rage by
Oh, no,
getting
it's
stabbed
not.
by a giant
The
stinger.
stinger doesn't recharge. The spit squirt does.
Oh, the spit squirt.
Okay,
Okay.
but not the
And I should-
stinger
Now I need to roll that actually.
because it's not a new round.
Okay.
Because Flashheart went after me. Okay, good.
All
Since
right,
I have
stinger.
reach. Cause Flash.
He had-
I'm before Flashheart. Hasn't been around yet.
It has been around yet.
No, because Flashheart got it last time. on
Flashheart's
Flashheart's
the
turn.
bottom of the order.
Right.
Right,
And
so
he
I would've
got it
gone after
last
him.
time.
So,
Right. And then we switch to the next round. This is the
But it
round
hasn't.
after
It's not
Flashheart.
Flashheart's turn again, nor the Cicada's turn again.
He-
Neither
they-
of them have gone a whole turn yet.
But he was reacting into my thing, right? It wasn't Cicada's.
Yeah,
round, it was,
but
yeah.
your turn is even like before mine.
Why am I arguing?
hasn't
for
even gotten
less?
back to
Yeah,
you again.
what Fletcher says.
It is historically we have always played that it's once a new round starts, attacks of opportunity re-kick. It's not my
Okay.
fault that he's at the end of the round, right?
So it would have gotten like even Gatto, the next person, he would have gotten another attack.
No. Well, yes. So you're at the end of the round, right? So if you charge up, it gets an attack of opportunity, hits you, blah blah blah. Then the
And
round
then
changes.
Gatto's the beginning of
Gatto's
the
the
next
top.
round, he would have gotten it again.
He would have
Okay.
gotten it again. Yeah, exactly. It has to do with the where
All
you
right,
guys
go
are.
ahead. You're gonna hit me. I don't think you
Here
can
it
miss.
comes. Here it comes. I think I can miss. It's
No,
plus.
you cannot miss. Not based on the die you were using last time.
Okay.
maybe he rolls a 1.
Yeah, you never know. 44 here.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So you take 26 points of damage. You are not immune to poison, correct?
Yes, I am.
What? You're immune to poison?
Thank you for the arm, but yes.
This is really good poison too.
Thank you for being my arm.
All right, you got nailed. It is now your turn. You took your 26.
The 26 minus 4 is 22, so that's 23. All right. Yep, I took it.
All right.
Now let's hope we can do a little bit of damage to him.
Now you're 27 attacks.
Yeah.
Hold on,
These
getting
better
out my-
hit.
Well, so he's not easy to hit either. So I'll just tell you right now, his AC is 41.
He's
Well,
not.
good
he's-
news is
He's don't roll a 1 for him.
All right, here we go.
You
good
forget
news
you're
is-
dealing with Fletcher.
Yeah. It's okay. Yeah, that's a hit.
Yeah.
2.
Yep.
Miss.
miss.
Hit.
Whew.
Hit. And
And
what
that's
is
my
that?
last one, but that's a crit threat.
All right, let's try it. Nope.
No.
So regular.
You
So
get exploding
five
dice.
5 regular hits, 1 with exploding dice.
All right. Those are all sword.
Okay. Late. 44, 41, 41, 37, and 43.
Ooh, I get to roll a d6.
Yep.
And unless he's immune to electricity, these would have electricity. You can tell me.
Immune to electricity and poison.
Of course he's immune to poison. Not that much.
Oh, so that extra D6. What about the exploding dice?
There you go.
All right, cool. All right, let's do this. 6, 13, 16,
85,
20,
120.
6, 10, 17, 21. I got 210 even.
Yep, that's what I got too.
Die, bug.
Wow.
He's not dead.
He is not dead. That was a hell of a hit, though. And it is a bit shocked at the viciousness that this strange otherworldly creature has
He thought
brought
I
to
was
him.
on his side.
He thought that you were on his side with the demon arm sticking out. I mean, who wouldn't? All right, Flashheart, you've been knocked sideways. You're prone. Your back's up against the thing. You're like, oh, that really hurt. But you just saw Fletcher get that same stab, so there's a little bit of I don't know, a little bit of professional
Yeah,
jealousy.
you're feeling better professionally.
A little stinger envy. He's got a little stinger envy.
He does have a little stinger.
Stingray. Can I use my force-like powers, my herald-like powers, to use the force to drag radiance into my hand, Skywalker style?
Probably not. I mean, so what you could do is you take a move action to stand up, you get another move action, and you can move your full thing and pick up radiance on the way.
So my arm
Wait,
is
no. Your arm is immobile, so you have to pick up radiance with your offhand.
my offhand, but what do I need to go get my arm back?
Well, that I don't know. I can
It's
tell
not a
you
heal,
what the
right?
penalties are for
Well, I
using
mean,
your
Lothar
offhand.
hit me with a burst, but you're saying that didn't fix the arm, right?
That didn't fix the immobile arm, yeah.
Yeah.
So probably a restoration. So offhand penalty would be -8. Oh, Norma's penalty for using your offhand is -10.
Jeez.
Now, radius is not a light weapon. You don't have the 2-weapon fighting feat. Yeah, offhand -10 on attacks with your offhand. Damage is the same.
That's delightful. Can I kick it over to Fletcher to go
Now, how
crazy
is
on
it
them?
pinned? Is it pinned to his side, or is it just like paralyzed?
It's
with
just
nerve?
hanging down, yeah, like paralyzed from the damage.
Kind of like when you
Okay.
whack your funny bone on a counter and like,
A little,
ah,
yeah. Well, in this case, you've got a pretty significant wound. You got hit by the stinger in the arm.
yeah, just a flesh wound.
It critted you too, by the way. That's
So you
what did
said-
it.
So Maddie did say one key word. The arm is paralyzed.
Oh, I do have a mercy for paralyzed.
Which is a bonus action, so or free action. So you'd have to
Quick action.
so basically you would do hands on yourself, right? Which is a free action.
Everybody look away. I'm gonna do hands on myself.
You would remove the paralyzation from your arm, and then so that's a free action. Then you would use a move action to stand up, and then you use a second move action to run across to the northeast, grab radiance, and end up, I don't know, somewhere over here maybe.
That sounds exactly what happened.
Okay. All right.
Okay, so I used a move action, or I used my action to bonus action to
And you
unparalyze
lay
my
it,
arm.
you lay it on hands
you
on yourself.
lay on hands again. If you're
So
still
you-
injured, roll your
Yeah,
He's
you get
definitely
healing.
injured.
Yeah.
I wanted to see if I could get Les to say paralyzed. So
I hate you.
The password is paralyzed.
Paralyzed.
All right. So you
okay.
did do that. Go ahead and roll the healing that you do to yourself.
Now it
from-
looks like I'm standing right behind you, Fletcher, but no, I just happen to be right behind. Like using it as a meat shield. Right. The Herald would never use anyone as a meat shield. All right, so it's like what 60d6? It was 96, right?
96, yeah. There you go. 31. That's pretty good. 31. You
I'll
get
take it.
31 points back, but you have to cross off another hands on.
Yeah.
All right. And that is the end of your round and the end of round 10. We go into round 11, but it is 11 p.m. And so here in the middle of the battle with the giant cicada is where we will stop for the night.
Wah, wah, wah. I'm still awake for once. This almost never happens.
That's because you're getting the crap knocked out of you. You're getting knocked all over the battlefield.
T-Bone's getting upset.
T-Bone's getting grilled. All right. Thanks, you guys. This is awesome so far. Fantastic. Loving this battle.
When's
And
next tier A or team A team?
2 weeks, unless something bad happens. So let's have a look, see, shall we? So that would be next week's DICON. So see some of you there. A-Team will be on Sunday the 15th of June.
Cool. Hey,
Is
by the
B
way,
team
Gordon.
out
Father's Day.
next week?
Yeah.
Is B team out next week, Les?
Yeah, B-Team is canceled next week because of DICON.
You're killing me.
No, that works good for our schedule because we got family in.
Yeah.
Sorry though.
Hey, Gordon, I was gonna say you got me turned on to Joe Abercrombie for the First Law trilogy. He just put out a new book called The Devils, which is like a alternate history of Europe with where the Catholic Church employs uh demonic creatures to as their black ops force. And I highly recommend it. It's hilarious and very gory, but hilarious.
What's it called?
The Devils by Joe Abercrombie.
Yeah, I saw it came out. It's going to be one of a series, all right. I usually wait.
I'm pretty sure I haven't finished the book yet, but I got the feeling that when you call the A-Team, they're going to show up for another adventure later.
Nice.
If you haven't read Joe Abercrombie, let's read it. He's a really good writer.
He's really good. All right, I'll check him out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Definitely.
would second that too. It's one of the ones Gordon turned me on to. It was really good.
I'm gonna go kindling as we speak.
And if anybody else got into Dungeon Crawler Carl or just me? Gosh,
Dungeon
you guys
Crawler
gotta get
Carl.
Dungeon Crawler
you.
Carl, DCC. He's become a viral juggernaut now, but it's hard to explain Dungeon Crawler Carl, but it takes everything we do here, D&D, and mashes it with a comedic intergalactic game show.
Okay, that sounds fun. All right, I'll check that
Yeah.
out as well.
All right.
I've been packing my Kindle lately. But I've been reading the Game Wizards one, which is really good. So
Nice.
plus the St. Louis Book Fair was just a couple of weeks ago, so I picked up a stack there as well.
Nice. All right. I
Hey,
have all these
everybody,
game
take
books.
care. I
like,
will see you later.
All right,
Okay.
sounds
Night,
good.
Don.
Thanks
Les, I
again.
gotta tell you, that mustache, that's working for you, man.
I
You're
like
working
it. I
that
like
baby.
it.
It's coming along.
All right.
Baby.
I think
I can't
the
wait
next
to have lunch with Marla in a couple weeks. I want to hear.
She
Les,
hates it.
Les, I want
She
you to
hates
wear
it.
like a sleeveless leather jacket next time you come. Like you just got off your bike, your Harley, and just came in to run D&D.
It's starting to grow on me, so I like it. I mean, figuratively, but I don't know. Marla hates it though. So
So not a vest, but like a real leather jacket, but the arms are ripped off.
Yeah, ripped
Right?
off. Yeah.
Les, you just got to make that mustache work for Marla. That's all I'm gonna say. It'll leave it right there.
Well, so it's as Chuck pointed out earlier, it's like it's all white, so it's hard to even see at a distance. You're like, mustache, no mustache,
If
nobody
you
knows.
really want to freak her out, go full Just for Men on it. There, just get like shoe polish black, like Ronnie Reagan's hair.
Oh God,
Yeah.
no!
Little
Don't
Grecian
ignore that.
formula.
Ignore that. Delay. Delete.
Well,
Cancel.
I was telling Chuck, it's like nobody could see it. It's like putting a piece of paper on another piece of paper.
Yeah, that's not true. It definitely gives you a different look.
Yep.
I like it on Gordon too. I like that. I think it's cool. But yeah, Marla, you got to work that shit, baby.
I'm doing my best. I can't, I got one
Good
tool
luck.
in the toolbox. That's
Yeah,
it.
like it's like I'm going full Sam Elliott here. You just got to give me time, Marla.
Sam Elliott. Now, that's a whole different level.
That is, yeah. No, I can't even aspire to something like that. I'm hoping for cooler Mr. Clean. That's what I'm looking for. So we'll see if that happens.
All right.
All right. Well,
No,
thanks,
no.
you guys. This was awesome. I
No, no.
will see you all soon.
I think you
Later.
should have pushed for one more round because I think tonight you would have got it. You were like, look at Matt. He looks awake.
Yeah,
I
he's
know,
in.
right?
He's in.
Yeah. Oh well, something
All
to
right.
look forward to. Thanks.
All right.
Sounds
See y'all.
good. All right.
Bye.
See you guys later.